Hello everyone, and welcome to Ready Steady Crit. I am, as always, your Dungeon Master Harna. Today I'm joined by a strange rigmarole of people. Let's start off with the one who's wearing a rip-off of Jurassic Park shirt.
It's a useless reptile t-shirt, thank you very much. But, hello, I am Ryan, and I am playing Cyrus, the ASMR Barbarian, and I will pass it to Anthony.
Hello, my name is Anthony. I am playing Beros Darkhoof, a Sato rogue, and let's pass it to Will.
Hiya, I'm Will. I'm playing Bolgear, the Durgar Ranger, and I'll pass over to Mary.
Mary, I play Astra, the Ismar cleric, who's a Tempest cleric, and I'll pass it to George.
Hi, I'm George. I play Atlas Moreau, the Owlin Druid, and I will pass it back to our DM.
We are celebrating defeating Baldur's Gate for two of us. What a game.
I don't know if I finished my champagne or just left
I don't know
it
where
somewhere.
it is. It's gone. I mean, you have the bottle if you want.
No, I'm good. I think drinking half a bottle of champagne will not end well for me.
Me either, but here we are.
I've noticed George is the only person that says her character's full name. Should we all be doing that, or...?
I mean, Astra Rudras, it doesn't roll off the tongue as well.
I just
You
like
made
saying
up
it.
the name!
I randomized it, okay?
Whoa!
You did the same thing I do.
I made up Cyrus Revanmar, but I just don't say Revanmar very often.
When
Honestly,
I
I
say
d-
Darkhoof.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I suppose.
You don't say your middle name, though.
Astra Rudras.
You have a middle name?
Thorin's middle name is Smallhoof.
Small hoof, dark hoof.
Yeah.
It's giving us stone jaw, strong
Yeah,
jaw.
similar.
Come on, so tell us you got the awkward clap
Um,
I have it
on
somewhere.
the soundboard.
but no, I just say Atlas's full name because when Atlas introduces herself, she says her full name.
But yes, you are
And also, it's a cool name.
present. Does anyone have a recap of what happened previously?
I killed Ryan's
of
character in his sleep.
No, you didn't. We patched things up. We're all bestest buddies.
Lots of sleep, lots of betting. There you go.
Yes,
That's my
we-
reminder of last session.
We met the playwright, whose name I forgot to take down.
That was about right.
We
because-
invited him. We invited him to the private booth in the horse chariot place. There, we spoke to him about, did his art mimic real life? Did he know about certain things happening? He seemed very reluctant to talk to us until we were forthcoming with our information. And then he basically told us that he was not sure about what the best course of action was, but if the Archmagus did have a vision or she was being pushed into this ascension, though it seemed quite rushed, it was probably the work of forces greater than her. So the question is now, who would do that? Who would transform an elf? Who would give her power? Who would give her this vision? So that's what we learned. We lost a lot of money.
Beros lost all his
Made
money.
money. I made money.
Borrow money from Bolt here, it's all good.
I didn't
Cyrus
lose
is
any money
focused
because
level.
I only charge-
gamblers never win.
I only charge a modest 50% interest rate.
The guy was a drow and he had slaves, but they weren't like super slavey.
They were chill slaves.
They were like
they
slaves.
kind of saved them.
Yeah, kinda. He got kicked out of the Underdark for doing plays.
On the Dark notoriously
Uh,
hate plays, you know.
Underdark hates plays. Unless they're about spiders. Fucking love
And they
spiders.
love them.
So
They love spiders.
After learning information, we decided that we need money and we need information. So we're going to split into two teams. One's going to hit the library and the other's going to hit the dole office to try and get a job, to get some money.
Did we decide how we were splitting up there?
I think Beros and Cyrus are getting jobs.
Then the rest were to the library because they would actually know what to do in a library.
Yeah.
Right, let's start
He
with
says
our,
to the character who has already told you she can't really read.
Yeah, but you can investigate. Like, you might be able to, like, hone in. Like, Cyrus is not good at investigation, average at reading, not overly intelligent.
Why do I feel like Atlas just gonna pile a crap ton of books in front of Astra, and she's gonna just like face plant.
Is
Here's
this
another
helpful?
one, and
Is
another
this
one.
helpful? Is this helpful? Is this helpful?
Astra just dying inside a little.
Let's start off with the our lovely job seekers.
And I just got
Do you
top
have any
secret lines.
special skills?
Killing people.
Killing people.
So I believe your plan was to head down to the tavern owner and basically just do the classic. Any
Gun
rumors
and
around
work.
here? Any work around here? That usual fare, and to see what you could pick up.
Pretty much.
So probably after you all finish your breakfast and you split and head your ways, which one of you approaches the bar?
I suppose I'll approach him.
Sure.
That is the loudest plane I've ever heard.
Good morning. We were wondering if there is, if you've heard any rumors about work going on. Maybe work that involves a particular kind of skill set.
I suppose it depends on the particular kind of skill set. Like, do you make pots? Do you steal
Heavy
things?
lifting and killing people.
Oh, that kind of special skill set. There's a guy, Oren, who's in last night. He was going around asking people. He's offering a reward out for the retrieval of some stolen artifact.
Yes, investigation.
The thing that Cyrus is so good at.
Oh yeah.
If not that, there's always work down at the docks if you want to just throw things on ships, but don't know how busy they'll be with the, like the blockade in a sense, you know.
Thank you. We'll have a look around. Do you know where the gentleman did he stay here last night? Or
Oren, he lives up in the, he lives kind of up near, in the upper district area. He's got a big manor house, kind of on the northwestern side.
right? I think we'll probably go looking for that. Thank you for your information. Cyrus, pay the man. I've literally got no chits left.
Barrows, I literally have no chits left either. Volgear, can you spot us like a silver coin or something?
Are you retroactively spotting? Was I with you?
No, I'm yelling across the bar. Volgear, please spot us a silver coin.
I will saunter up and get another couple drinks and give them a gold each and pay the man a silver.
Sugar dwarf sorts you out. He takes it, nods, little nod of thanks, and then he just goes back to his work.
Right, good. We need to go see a fancy rich elf about stolen artifacts.
2 gold, that's 200 chits, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm just putting that in.
100 each.
Oh, 100 each, yeah.
I gave you 1 gold each. At least you got some money to get yourselves about.
Thanks, Dad.
Right, we better be on our way.
And on your way you go. If you're walking to the upper city, that will save you some money. Takes you a little bit longer then, if you kind of walk along. Wandering the streets, you see there is less and less tension as there was before. There's less, sightings of the Watchers descending on residences and openly dealing with people. Looks like the threat in the city has probably returned back down to a more reasonable level, at least as far as you're concerned from your point of view. The Watchers you do see do acknowledge you. They clock you, maybe make a little note of you. See the odd one make a few gestures on their hollow strap whenever they have clocked you for a few moments, but it doesn't look like you're being followed as far as you can tell with your passive perceptions. You continue on up towards the upper city, following the directions, and eventually you find your way to a large estate, kind of on the north side of the actual district itself. It kind of runs underneath one of these walls and has one of these big mage towers, like based kind of at the rear of it, although not attached. There appears to be a solid wall in between them. And as you approach, you see there is a big set of gates at the front, which are currently closed. There's also a large pull bell, like a big rope that can be pulled, just kind of near the entrance.
You want to, should we pull this? I think it notifies them inside.
Sure. Pull.
You pull it, and then you hear kind of like projecting out from the like gatehouse itself a few chimes initially, and then a voice rings out. 1 ASMR, 1 Satire. Average builds.
Average builds. That's kind
I
of
would like to
rude.
think I'm more than average.
Identities unrecognized.
Mm.
Eventually, you see someone approach, a man in quite finery, coming over a very straight back, collar tightly done up, affixed to a black bow tie. And as he approaches, you see some little white gloves, and just looks at you both and just goes, "I'm afraid you may be in the wrong place."
I don't think we are. We're looking for a gentleman by the name of Oren.
And what business would you have with the master of the house?
He was down in the tavern speaking to people about recovering an artifact. It turns out it's our speciality.
Make me a, I don't know if this is deception for you, Beryl. I think you probably are fairly good at recovering things, or stealing things, perhaps. So you gotta make a deception check or a persuasion check if you'd like.
I mean, they're both
Disadvantage for the face Ryan made there.
I feel like that's more the face that Cyrus made. Just a what?
20,
Oh, yes.
22.
Kind of eyes you up and down. Very well. Get open. And the gate swings open, seemingly on its own. Welcome.
Hey, no.
Follow the guy, I suppose.
Yep, and the butler will turn on his heels and say, "Welcome to the Olivier estate. Do not touch anything. If you do, I will clean it and clean you. You will not enjoy being cleaned by me. I am very rough.
I mean, maybe I'm into this.
Believe me, I have your head raw. And not in a pleasant way."
He might have to shave your legs in order to clean you thoroughly.
To be fair, I could do with a bath.
I prefer
You
to
do
use
it.
wax when dealing with hair.
Hmm.
I wonder what I would look like without any hair below. I just look like a chicken.
Yeah, I suppose your legs would kind of look like chickens.
The master of the house will wait for you in his waiting room. It is just for here. He gestures to a door, which he opens.
We'll just do as he says.
Yeah,
Just
and
to
you've had to
avoid
be
any
led
more
through like a big.
interaction with him.
Yep, you've been led through this big, like, open quad, like open air, underneath like a little small, surrounded on all three sides by like a courtyard, with doors kind of on each side. He's led you to the far right hand side. There's a double door which he's opened, one of which is the gesturing side. Beyond which you see there's a little, almost like a lounge area. You see plush, purple carpets, large hanging, like swathes of fabric that give the room a nice cozy feel despite its marble walls and floor. A fireplace unlit on the opposite wall, paintings and bookshelves kind of lining them, giving the place a nice sense of grandeur. I will
Yes,
alert
okay.
the Mr. Olivier that you are here, and he should not be too long.
Thank you.
You may help yourself to water. There is a jug on the table and some glasses. Please refrain from touching anything else, especially the books and trophies. You also may sit on any seatware, such as chairs or a sofa, not tables.
Right. Cyrus will just go and take a seat on the sofa.
Barris will pour himself a glass of water before taking a seat across.
He lingers long enough until he sees you both have settled down, like on a chair, and then he turns and quite swiftly begins moving across the courtyard to the opposite side. And you see he goes through the doors on the other side of the courtyard.
Did he
That
say
guy-
his his master was a loon.
I wasn't paying attention. He gives me the creeps. Ugh. I mean, we're about to find out.
Mm,
We didn't exactly get the second name from the tavern keep.
No, well, maybe it's a family name, or maybe he's the only Orin on the island.
A trapdoor swings open from the roof, and you see the descending down on a what can only be described as a 1 foot meter square plank with 4 bits of rope attached to each corner. You see a tall, high elf, bald head, brown eyes, soft copper skin, a fair bit of weight to him, and a bit of chubbiness. He's got a sharp, slightly fanciful face, and as he comes down, you see he's holding a stick of celery in his left hand and a radish in the right, and he says, "Oh, hello there! Welcome to my estate! Goody, goody! Please, have some vegetables." And he just throws one to each of you. Barros, you get the radish, and Saros, you get a bit of celery thrown in your direction.
Sure, just tuck into it.
Marvelous. I heard the announcement that we had a satire, and I figured some vegetables would be well due. I'm afraid I don't know what SMR eat. I lack any, godly sustenance. Use it all in the church, but very nice to meet you. My good friend, Man, has told me that you are here to aid me in a little job that I have.
Well, that is correct. Wait, his name is Man?
His name is Man, yes, named after the humans.
Ah. Yeah.
Although he is an elf.
Creative. Very creative. Yes, we heard tales of you asking for assistance at the tavern, and we thought we may be able to give you a hand. We're in search for work ourselves, and, well, we have some experience with this.
Perfect. He will kind of move to one of the chairs and sit down, cross his leg, ankle on the quite wide stance spread, and then go, "Well, you see, it is quite a simple little job. I unfortunately have lost a family amulet. It is an amulet with an amethyst set into it, which I believe has been taken down into the Undercity by a thief, which I would need sourced."
That is fine. I think we can, like you said, relatively simple. Need to go find a necklace. Maybe go kill a few people.
The necklace was stolen from the estate itself, from my main jewelry room, where I tend to adorn myself before I leave. So it was taken from there specifically, as nothing else was taken. But you can have a look around if you need. But I'm pretty sure it has gone down in the lower city. That's where most of the bad people tend to be. I imagine you'll probably find it at some kind of fence or someone selling things, various things like that. Whenever I rack up a bit of gambling debt, I'm known to sell a few things to those kind of people, and then claim it back on insurance. But this unfortunately has not been one of those times. I would never have sold such an amulet. So I simply just need you to go down, find where it is, get it back, and I will reward you handsomely.
Do you have any leads as to who could have acquired it? Maybe an employee that's gone missing, or someone that might have seen you wear the amethyst necklace that took an interest in it?
Quite possibly. I do wear it out on occasion. Last time I wore it out would have been about a month ago. It was at a nice ball over in the actual main Major's buildings. Maybe someone was jealous, but I've not seen anyone else with it is the problem. That's how I know it's probably gone down below.
And what is the security like for your jewelry room? Is it magically protected, or is it you get in, get out? Man's the only protection from thieving.
Yes, man would be the primary detection. There are a few wards and things placed. However, they had all been dispelled, unfortunately. So whoever was going in knew roughly what they were doing, or at least had a good set of eyes on them.
Prior to the necklace's disappearance, did you notice any unsavory characters, maybe loitering around your estate?
I don't really like to look at the gate because it reminds me that there are poor people out there.
Yes.
Man might have seen someone, but he didn't mention anyone.
Okay.
Okay, I think we could. That is enough for us to at least go on, ask a few people. We have a few contacts in the Underdark, Undercity, so I think we can get back to you. As for our fee, what is your standard rate?
Oh, well, what would you normally charge for a job like this?
Obviously, it means going down into the Undercity, so we did do that one job, Cyrus, where we charged 10,000.
I think that's a bit much. What? 2,000 each?
I think that could work.
So 4,000 altogether, not to worry. The amulet itself, even with the actual gemstone in it, it's not worth, I would say, much more than that. But simply just to secure it, I'm willing to. Well, I'll give you an extra 50% each. So I'll do it for 6,000 chits.
I think that is a fair price.
Just to ensure you don't get tempted to sell it to someone else or anything like that. And I'm good for it. You can have, if it makes it easier, I'm willing to pay half up front. But the chits will be marked, so I will be able to see where they've been sent if they are used in transactions. Just in case you decide to run off.
No, that is
reasonable.
That is reasonable.
Certainly. You see he gestures his holostrap, and you watch as both of your holostraps flash up with a nice tasty. So you said 2,000 each, so you get 1,500 each initially. Add onto your
Thank you very much. Okay, question out of character. There was mention previously, or when we were in the Undercity, of a necklace going missing.
Volgir.
Is that something that Volgir talked to us about, or did Volgir keep it to himself? Because I'm not sure if we actually heard that conversation.
I don't think he told us.
Does Volga talk about anything, really?
That's what I'm working off the assumption of. He doesn't.
After Volgir spoke about the necklace, he went out to look for it, got on a carriage, went to the cathedral, and then we were after him. So I don't think, unless he spoke about it before we went to sleep, but I don't think he did.
Okay, we will go on the assumption that he did not tell us, and so that is mute information.
In terms of the thief, whether we find it at a pawnbroker or we find the actual thief that stole it, do you have any requisites as to whether we bring him in dead or alive, or is it just the necklace you're concerned for?
Whatever you do to the thief is no concern of myself. If you simply wish to buy it off him with the money I paid up front, that will obviously come out of your fee. I would not be reimbursing that. But if you can acquire it in any means, I don't mind what happens to him. Just simply that he's aware that I have gotten it back, and there'll be extra security put in place after him revealing that my security clearly was not up to standard.
Whatever. I think that
I'm
is
not
all
in this
that we
business
need.
of making enemies, but I also don't want to make myself too easy on target.
I don't think this will come back to you. We'll make sure of that. Right, maybe we can speak to Man before we go. Maybe he has any information that we may be able to use.
Certainly. He's actually in the kitchens, just the next room over. I must get back to my painting.
Of course.
Have a good day.
Stands back on his elevator and claps his hands twice, and then you hear the voice ring out again. Rising, and then and he like ascends back up to the roof, and the trapdoor latches shut as it closes up.
How rich do you have to be to have an elevator for an entrance?
It depends if you know how to. Maybe, he's got magic, so...
He doesn't look the DIY kind of type.
That is true. And if he's got a jewelry room, then probably mega rich.
I just don't think he would have bought the 10,000.
That is true, but you always go high.
Sure.
They'll give you their realistic price.
He give you more than you asked for.
Sure.
He can't have them
right.
thinking he's one of the poors.
Let's go and talk to Man.
Don't lick my toes.
Yep, you follow his directions. You
We'll
head
go
out.
find the kitchen.
Yeah, if you find the next door along, and upon entering, you see Man is dressed in the same clothing he had before. However, he is now wearing a pink frilly apron, with like a little white frill all the way around it, with a big love heart on the chest, and he is currently dicing carrots to a 0.5 centimeter precision, very fast.
I do think pink's your color, man.
I'm afraid you perhaps misjudge me. Pink is a beautiful color to wear. It matches my skin tone.
Duly noted. We just wanted to ask you a few questions about the evening that it went the item was stolen, and if there is any extra information that you may be able to assist us with.
Of course. Do you mind if I continue cooking it while we talk?
By all means.
Cook away.
Bevilis, he slides the carrots into a pot next to him, catches them with a knife and flips them over, and then drops an onion down, sets the knife aside, pulls a much larger cleaver out and hacks it in half, pops it in the pot, and then you see him reach under the counter and pull out half a pig and set it on top and take the cleaver and then begin just casually butchering this pig as he speaks. So what exactly would you like to know?
In the days leading up to the disappearance of the necklace, did you notice any strangers, unsavory characters that could have possibly been scoping out the mansion? Anyone you didn't recognize or know?
Let me think. On the day before, there was a group of tourists who were getting paintings done at the front, to immortalize their trip. I ushered them along halfway through. Once the artist had enough time to fully appreciate the manner for its beauty. Apart from that, however, let me think. There was a group of the Watchers who came by briefly for their security inspection of the outer wall to the rear tower, but that seems to be fine. As for other individuals, nothing really to note.
Was
And
there
did-
anybody... Oh,
Sorry.
after
Go.
you.
Is it yourself that puts up the magical water? Is that your master?
The magical quartz for the jury room, you mean?
That is correct.
That would not be my forte. I do not have any magical capability. I am a mundane in that regard. My master, he would be the one to put up his own words. I do not fully know where they are. I'm just aware of the rough genre. I do know the passphrase to avoid me getting killed by them. But I can
Was there
assure you I did
anybody-
not give it to anyone.
Was there anybody that visited the estate around that time? Anyone that was meeting your master and possibly that he would have shown them his possessions?
There was no one of note that would be worth talking about.
To be honest, I think there may be a possibility that the last time he showed it off about a month ago. Maybe someone at that ball maybe saw it. Maybe one of the workers or one of the individuals, but more than likely, if they're from the Undercity, then probably one of the staff.
Wait,
Right, I believe that is all we have questions for, unless Cyrus, you have anything to ask.
Nope.
Then we will let you do your business.
Well,
And we will start to leave
and
the
leave
premises.
Are we going to catch a cab or are we going to walk?
I think we're in no rush. Whoever stole it, it's been stolen for a while now, so I think they'll either have it or it has been sold on already. Nobody wants to be caught on the streets with that much value in their pockets.
Well, we should probably go to whichever pawn shops we can find. Maybe pose as buyers.
Well, it's either that or we go to the Satyrs Pocket and have a word, see if the madam there has seen anyone flashing it around. They tend to notice rich clients. Anyone wearing that would definitely be seen noteworthy.
True.
Cool.
Right.
And we'll walk down to the Undercity and start with the Satyrs Pocket.
Okay, so you guys are heading down the Undercity. Lovely. While that is happening, the other group, you are heading over in the direction of the Great Library of Tilm. Is that correct?
Yes.
Perfect. You head over there, kind of like past the actual Grand Market itself. You have a little brief look around as you like approach, and you see the library kind of stand. It's a fairly tense structure that kind of like looms itself. You see it's clearly a four-sided building with some kind of large exposed courtyard in the middle where the roof slants down. But most notably, there's a big queue that kind of goes all the way around it from here. And it actually goes around the block. You see people all queued up. You see families. You see some lone individuals, a group of people around the same age, maybe like friends or, you know, relatives of similar ages, kind of all standing, waiting in this queue that leads out of the main grand doors. It leads to the foyer beyond.
Who in their right mind queues for a library?
Well, then there must be something more than just a library.
I can't believe we're actually going. I assumed when we said we were going to the library, we were just gonna do something else.
We need more information.
I know, but I've never been to a library. Well, I've never said I was going to a library and actually gone to the library.
Well, looking at this line, I don't really think I want to go in anymore.
I'm just saying we could be drinking in the Dryad's pocket right now. There is nothing stopping us. They wouldn't know.
Atlas and Astra, you would spot in the queue, probably around the halfway point as you're walking from the door towards the back, just surveying how long it may be. You would see three individuals who you recognized: Yasin, Tarnik, and Ryul. The one, like the large, tall, male wood elf. The other, the kind of like quite lithe-looking, like high elf, and very well put together high elf woman as well. Recognize them from your time spent at a certain individual's home previous day.
Or we don't recognize them
I feel like
in public.
yeah, Astra will just like glance at them, but keep walking, join back to the queue.
Join the back of the queue, and you're a fair bit along.
Can Atlas tap the shoulder of the person in front of them?
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me,
See, like an elven woman turns around and goes, yes, dear.
what are we queuing for?
Oh, the Exodus applications.
Oh, we're in the wrong queue, guys. We're not.
Is there a queue? Oh, yeah. Oh, maybe we should just go on up.
I mean, we can fill in an Exodus application if you want, but I don't think we're valid for that. I think we can just go whenever.
Yeah. See if we can just
We're gonna have to
sketch in.
walk to the front of the queue. I always hated doing this.
You are very
That's
nearly
just-
at the front of the building. If you just went, if you continued on following the queue where it isn't, you would probably find yourself at the front door very quickly.
Eh.
If the queue
Let's
got
just
much
walk
longer,
it.
you-
Abandon the queue.
Abandon the queue, walk to the front. Feel the stairs at the back of
Well,
our head.
step 1 of research. A lot of people are trying to get the fuck out of here.
you approach the front doors of the library, and as you kind of get close, you see there are a few watchers here manning the door, and they are keeping the queue kind of at bay. There's one with a checklist, like a little clipboard, and the other just kind of like standing, supporting him as well. As you approach, the one with the clipboard kind of turns. It's like, I'm terribly sorry, but if you are here for access applications, you're willing to join the line. It is about a, wait, something on the hollow shop, 3-hour and 45-minute wait.
Just to visit the library? What's this going on?
If it's a library, you can indeed. You will not be granted any access to any access applications. Just some people have tried, just to make it fully clear. They are handed on arrival at the front of this queue. So if you think that's the case, you're simply wasting your own time.
We're not
just
from
need to
here.
read some
We're-
books.
Yeah, we just want
then
to
of
see the
course,
library.
that's not a problem at all. Please go ahead. And they gesture inside. As you kind of are walking
Last
in,
chance. We could just go.
It doesn't mean we can't go in like 10 minutes if we find something.
You don't know. They might lock the doors.
as you're walking in, you see there's a woman
okay.
walking out with her 2 children. Who kind of gives you like a little nod. She hands her a little stack of papers to the guard with the clipboard on the way out, who takes them, has a quick look over them, because all seems to be in order. You'll hear back probably in about 3 or 4 working days, and then he drops them into a little like letterbox, effectively near the entrance. And then she leaves, and as they leave, they count the 3 leave, and then they let 3 more from the queue in. Each one is handed a like 3-page document to basically fill in on a quill. As you actually step past into the library proper, however, you see the interior is a labyrinth of halls, chambers, and galleries that just house a huge collection of books, scrolls. You see artifacts behind glass, magical tomes on display, but are all kind of locked away. You see the bookshelves are almost like designed in a way that there's no harsh angles or straight edges here. It's all kind of bends and waves, which makes it almost imperceptible when you look down just how many books you're actually looking at, as it kind of naturally follows the square outline of the building. There is a doorway labeled the Hall of Eternity, and directly to your front as you've entered, which leads into the actual main atrium courtyard itself. And although it looks like it's exposed to open air, it looks dark, like it's almost like lit only by moonlight out there, which is very strange considering it's the fact that it should be outside as far as you're concerned. You can still smell the fresh air kind of coming from it. And kind of sat at long tables all in that Hall of Eternity, you would see there are about 100 people or so, all sat down, scribbling furiously at these documents. And there is about a good 25 watchers, kind of all, almost like examiners, arms crossed behind their back, standing at the sides, just watching over the room, making sure no one needs assistance, or just generally just keeping an eye.
Let's get looking. We give it an hour or 2, we can find nothing. That's all. I feel like.
What exactly are we looking for again?
Something about God, something about history of this place.
Okay. Let's ask where the history section is, I guess. Ask if there's, a malevolent entity who may be brainwashing people to jump into the stars.
Okay, if one of you would like to make a history check or an investigation check for your research here, you can do so with advantage because of the resources available at the library. That means 2 of you can make checks with advantage if you would like.
History or what, sorry?
Either history or investigation.
Well, I've got +4 on investigation.
I got a
I
plus
got
1 to
plus-
both.
I got +0 to both, so have that.
Right. So I just go with advantage then?
Yep.
Right. Let me just put an advantage on. Oh, I definitely needed that advantage.
For a moment there, I was like, wait a second, should Cyrus have went to the library? No, he still shouldn't have.
Gear, you spend time. It takes time. You don't even know what title of book you're looking for. You're looking for any kind of information that might be relevant that might help in this situation. What in particular is Volgear searching for? What answers is he hoping to find? Or what questions is he asking?
In the background, all you can hear is this helpful? What about this? Is this helpful? Is this helpful?
Trying to think about what would be the best spot.
Remember, whatever you're looking for will be limited to the knowledge contained in this library on this planet.
Yes.
So it's not like you're
Yeah.
going to find a fucking, like, you know, a tome that tells you everything of the history of the world. It's
No.
The history of the entire universe up until now in 8 minutes.
Yeah.
Right from the gods. Written by the gods.
what is
A brief
what is the
history,
question
the
he's
Expanse.
looking to answer specifically? What is his? If he was writing an essay and looking in the library for a book, what's the title of the essay? You know, what is the purpose of his research?
You will have to quote your citations, remember this.
They only accept Harvard referencing.
No.
Yeah, don't mercy. Don't start with that one. I remember my dissertation of 4 pages of Harvard referencing. See, I want to say he'd be looking for something that, like, maybe a crackdown in the law, maybe looking for more crimes or a population dwindle or something along those lines. But I feel like that might be a bit too. An events around that time.
So what
Do you
specifically
think?
are you looking for? Are you asking you can ask your colleagues if you think you can
Yeah.
confide with them?
Well,
Yeah.
I think we would have had a wonder.
Hey, well,
as we
they're
walk
helping
over,
you.
we
So
would
if
have had
you
a
want to
look.
confide in them and try to say what is the goal of what we're starting, if you could summarize it in a singular sentence, a question, is it
I
like
think-
you know, what would benefit from a city being in space, or why would the or you know, is there
Hungry
any history of
asteroid
elves
spider.
changing race or anything like that? You know,
What
location of
causes
asteroid spiders.
Malevolent visions.
Why, elf lady, such bastard?
Yeah, but
What
just-
makes Star shiny elf?
I'm seeing. I want to think. Is there some? I'm leaning more towards looking at what caused the event. If there was if we could find the root cause of what changed everything.
Watching
Like direct-
her.
Yeah. So if we look for,
Like what caused that kind of vision kind of thing.
yeah, like
Anything about, like, astral elves or visions or anything kind of linking that.
astral elves, and then
So I'll tell you right now, astral elves and visions are completely different topics. So if you're looking for a topic astral elves, that can be the check. If you're looking for visions, that can be a check. That's the.
I think
I'm asking you specifically.
The
Pick a thing you're looking for. One thing.
our
that's what you're
best
looking
thing to look for is about someone transforming into an astral elf. Because if astral elves
This-
exist, then that's like
I
meh.
think it's too
So
specific though.
you're looking for the book of The Theory of Evolution by Elf Charles Darwin.
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
basically.
Bachel's Halloween.
See, I'm leaning towards
What are you
something
leaning on?
about more like history of the city, and looking for a big, like what I could say is like a subtle point, but more of a
What would cause the
Like, it's like a
drastic
critical
decision of
point,
like we
yeah.
need to get to space?
yeah. Was there an attack? Was there something? Was there a fight between the cities?
Oh,
Something like
that could be a good point actually. Do we want to look at the history right where she had the vision and see if there's
That's
anything
what
that
I'm
like
thinking.
triggered
Something
it?
around that time. That's what I'm wondering. Is there something recorded?
That will probably be easy enough to find here if we're looking like specifically
'Cause
citywide.
Did she give us a specific time when she had her vision?
She
She said
Or did
did.
70 years?
She said that she was possibly one of the last people the gods ever spoke to, because it was right before the gods went silent.
Which would have been a set
we've got a
time
timeline.
ago that you might know.
I think even if
Timeline of the Expanse.
even if I can't
Do
remember
you-
this off the top of my head, I am rapidly searching it because I think Atlas as a bird
Yeah.
folk would be very aware of when the gods went
I was
silent.
about to say, I don't think.
Point of
I don't
reference. The gods went silent, bang on the year 3000. It's currently the year 3074.
I
I
think
was
she
only
said
75
about
years.
70 years ago, so that sounds about right.
Should we look for historical points in the city within a couple years of of that time? Then anything that stands out as a major incident, or even so that doesn't just quite read right.
I mean, they're elves, so maybe like a 20-year either way kind of.
Yeah, true. They probably won't record the shitty shit.
Yeah.
They will only record the major stuff. So if we say 20 years each way, it gives us a bit of a thing. So that's what we'll go for then, Harry. We'll go for the history. About 20 years either side around that time.
And
If that's a bit specific for you, is enough specific for you?
Would you like
you
more?
delve
Less?
into this research. You spend. I'm gonna say right now, you probably spend a good. You basically spend this initial morning searching. So this takes you right way through this first time slot, basically. You find that there is a very little of interest actually around that time point, looking at things like old newspaper articles, reports from across the amalgamate, anything you can pull. The only thing that does coincide with the what would be classed as the day the gods went silent, so effectively was the New Year's Day. There was something strange on that New Year's Day, which is the reports of a vessel, a tev, going missing. It's a human trading vessel, called Fagaz's Might.
Alright, let me get some noting out.
I think I forgot we were doing a space campaign for a second because you were like, there was reports of a vessel, and I was like, aliens!
It went missing, actually,
Can you repeat the name?
Fagaz's Might. It was a human vessel, and it actually went missing in the Fagaz Minor cluster. It was last heard leaving the Helios system.
How do you spell Begraz's might?
Fagaz, F-A-G-A-Z. Fagaz's, and then apostrophe S.
E F Z.
Okay, good, because I nearly wrote a slur, but I didn't. So a ship
Missing.
left Helios.
It was last transmitted with leaving the Helios system, but contact was lost, and there was reports of a rescue party being sent out, and they were looking for it. That was what you first find. In 18, you find 3 weeks after this, the Fagaz's Might was found. However, it was completely abandoned. Everyone aboard missing. The entire ship had been depressurized. There was obvious signs of a struggle. Blood dried but splattered across console terminals, the floor. But all of the trading resources, strangely enough, were completely as matched on the charter. Nothing was stolen.
Just blood, no bodies.
Out of curiosity,
That is on the upper side
around.
of the eye of the galaxy, but it's not close. Fagaz Minor and Carius, where you are right now, is
where was it found?
It was
Sure.
it was found. It was actually found in it was found in the Fagaz minor cluster. It was not near any notable star. It was just lost in Expanse. It was just drifting.
Are there any crew names recorded, or is it just the ship?
There would be a captain's name. Captain would be Hans Lichtman.
Spell that.
Spelt Lichman, like Lickman, like a German name. Hans
Oh,
Is it by any chance a lich who did this? Because that's a little on the nose.
Lickman. Hans Lickman was a human.
Okay.
Ari's never that subtle.
He was a human, but now he's a lich.
Well, not he's dead. A lich is
As is a lich.
well, lich is undead. There's a difference.
and around that, so looking around past that, was there any points where there's like an obvious gap? Like it looks like something's been ignored.
Like an obvious gap in the history.
No, there's
Yes.
it's lots of little small things like
But just
thing
kind of
is,
boring shit.
It's a lot of mundane. There's nothing really. That
The
stands
Grumbo
out.
was invented on this day.
There is no. Yeah, like there's nothing big that really would catch the eye or draw you in, if that makes sense. There's nothing.
This play was played here. This
It's yeah, and even things like
races were held.
these houses are being sold, and it's nothing. That time when the gods went silent,
This famous
not much
actress
really-
had a baby.
Is it worth us looking into this a bit more? This ship.
I mean, it seems
See if we
the
can learn
only
something about-
relevant thing that's happened around that time.
What you said it was a human trading ship. Did it give anything about what specifically it traded?
But it was also halfway across the galaxy, so
if
Did it say where it was going?
the actual articles itself that you found don't have a detailed report of the cargo log, but it does mention that it was carrying like high military grade supplies for the amalgamate.
Would Astra know this, or would this be known in general? When was the amalgamate formed?
The amalgamate formed
Yeah.
quite a fucking while ago,
Just
598.
like
Okay.
over like over
2,500
2,400 years ago.
I'm currently on the history page, rereading it.
yeah, look at that. You got it. The gods went silent. My planet got absolutely fucked.
Would it be
Yeah.
worth delving into the gods' activity up until that point? Do we know? Do your family know?
Lots of people argue that they received the last word from the gods before the gods went silent, but a lot of it came out after the silence kicked in, so it means finding the actual truth is quite difficult, especially because a lot of the reports came from the Kenku.
They're not super reliable.
But there were several Oil and Aarakocra as well who also claimed that they had received word, but it was also, heavily theorized by people that perhaps the sudden silence and panic had maybe caused like mental strain on the bird folk, and there was a lot of like doubt whether or not these were actually true claims or not. But of course, the only way to prove them was to prove what they were profiting would happen, what messages they were saying were true, and because the messages they were sending were only supposed to go to certain individuals, it became again very difficult to validate them. So unfortunately, despite their best efforts, there's no
Official
accurate
last
official-
message.
Yeah, there's no one can be
Alright.
like, this was like someone, a Kenku who had the most merit claims that they received the last message. It was from Lorien himself, and the message was that he was going to kill all the gods, himself included, and that was the last message. That is the only one that seems to have any. All the other ones were like other bits and pieces, like my family's gonna get really rich and so, like things like that, but nothing that came to pass. But like the only one that would really make sense is that Lorien apparently was declaring war on all the other gods, and that he was then going to destroy himself once he had felled the last of them.
Just a quick thing going back to that ship, sorry. Was there a specific date to when it went?
Was there something? What? Sorry.
A specific
A
date.
specific date?
of when it
Location
was
where
destroyed.
headed?
When it was missing.
It went missing on the New Year's Day of the year 3000. The same day the gods went silent. It is the only and that is partially why it's hard to find things like, you know, things going on, because a lot of the news reports in that time are things like still nothing heard, like, you know, priests claiming that, like, you know, prayers are going unanswered and things like that. It kind of gets drowned out.
Gods have
you know?
fuck all to say again today.
Yeah, it kind of gets drowned out, you know, like, you know, unfortunately, just among the bigger news stories, you know.
Did you just happen to pick this, or were you listening to some specific song from Busted?
Look,
Not much is the same, but we do live underwater.
to be fair, it did come on the radio today as I was driving home, but I wrote this timeline literally last year, so.
Maybe it's just in your subconscious.
But look on the bright side, your great-great-great-granddaughter, she's pretty fine. I still find that
In
weird.
Elven, I'm about to say in human probably.
Imagine your friend time traveled and all he has to tell you is that you live underwater and he fucked your great-great-great-granddaughter. Like,
And your album went to multi-platinum.
yeah. Even the, like, live underwater bit is, like, kind of tacked in there, you know?
Well,
He, like, says it so offhandedly. He's like, wait, what? How does that work?
Thing is,
Are we
you saw-
aquatic now? Or it's like, but your great-great-granddaughter,
It's like, yeah, I saw everything. Boy bands, and another one, and another one, and another one. You saw everything and you're telling me about boy bands? Why?
Do we have time to look into more?
You can spend our time slot if you'd like to spend more time.
Well, yeah, is it something we look more into the specific ship a bit more?
I will say as well that the articles you're looking for, you're limited here. I would say you would be aware that if you're looking for specific things like military ship vessel like documentation,
Probably not
and reasons
here.
like that, you're probably going to want to go somewhere like the Umphalos, the seat of the amalgamate. They would have more accurate logs of, like, you know, military timestamps. This log of communication at this exact time at this exact date, like that would be the type of thing you'd find there in a public library. Not the kind of thing you're gonna find on hand. So I'll just to save you, you know, delving
I'm
hard
just
into it, I'd say-
saying, you know, I'm all about gaining more knowledge. It's great. But if I have to spend a few more hours in this library, I'm gonna start biting librarians.
How would you do that, Three Mask?
I would take the mask off and I would bite someone. And then I would wash
While
my mouth out with
suffocating.
sanitizer. I don't suffocate when I take my mask off. I just have an increased risk of infection.
Is it worth us like trying to find like an encyclopedia of like creatures or like things that can cause dreams or visions, not just gods?
Yeah, we need
I think that'd be
a
too
guide to
wide.
monsters written by someone. I mean, you
The
know,
way we did that.
gods are not the be-all and end-all of visions. You got devils, I think, can do it. I bet money on the fact Fae could do it. There could be all sorts. What we
You
need
think
is...
Theros could?
No, I mean, not that I know of. Satyr aren't really Fae. They're just descendant of. I'm talking like arch Fae, you know, something big.
Yes, Satyr are Fae.
Yeah, but not
But
proper
they're not
Fae.
arch-Fae. No, they are Fae.
They're Fae?
They are not humanoids. They are classed as Fae.
Fair enough.
They are actually Fae creatures.
Um,
Same as fairies.
I don't know. But yeah, what we need is to find crossover. Something that could cause visions and something that would have something to gain by doing it. I mean, can Atlas delve deep into her little bird brain and see if she can think off the top of her head of any creature in particular that would be very, like, mind focused.
Sure.
Does that make
Let's call it
psychic damage, guys?
You're
You're
looking specifically towards things like people who like creatures that may be able to recreate the dream spell and things like that. So let's call it an Arcana check because that's what you're kind of delving into.
Sure. Not good at Arcana. 9.
No.
No. Then we should look it up.
Get any books we can.
Or spells.
My brain's saying
spell.
Illithid, but that's just because I've been playing too much Baldur's
You're letting
Gate.
Baldur's Gate mar you here.
Hmm?
You're letting Baldur's Gate mar you.
Everything is Illithid.
It doesn't have to be monsters though. What if someone was casting the spell?
Yeah. Like an Illithid.
Okay.
don't
Then we
like
divide up.
spells.
Somebody take
Yeah,
spells,
Illithids don't
somebody
like
take
spells.
monsters.
Well, I'm not very good at Arcana. So
I mean,
I could
none of
roll
us are particularly
to-
bright. No offense. Not like book bright.
We can clock things from a great distance, but books are difficult. Unless we just take our time.
We could just kidnap
Or
the
ask.
Archmage and stab her until she tells us what's happening.
We could just ask librarians.
To kidnap the Archmage? I think
books
that
on.
might be a bit outside their wheelboat. Wheelboat? Wheelhouse?
Depends if the library gets stored in the process. Would it be suspicious if we asked for help on
I don't
monsters?
think so. I don't think studying magical creatures is a crime.
Yeah, just say want to be hit an expanse. We want to be prepared for what's out there.
Sure, let's try and find books on Expanse creatures that are good at manipulating dreams and want to eat a city full of
Maybe
people.
leave that bit out of it.
That what you're searching for?
Yep, that's what we're searching for.
Yeah.
We're looking for creatures that may want to.
Creatures that have been known to manipulate dreams or create visions.
Okay. Let's do a Arcana check then, please. It'll be an advantage because of the access to the library. This will go into your second time slot of the day for you all, and then we'll hop back to our job boys.
Job boys.
Dynamic duo.
They're unemployed.
Who's making the check?
Want me to check it? I've already flunked
Yeah,
one.
I'm not good. I've got a +2.
I got +0, but I can give it a go.
I have
Patience
rolled
rolls.
it. Not well, but I
Okay.
have rolled it.
Atlas, you find
Have you
very
got
little
advantage?
information about creatures that can manipulate dreams like that. It's not a very well logged subject, as far as you can tell. Even asking the librarians, they're not really sure of any. They've nothing else on top of their head they're aware of. There's nothing is titled like mind control and you or anything. There's no.
No mind controlling you.
No.
Could you order it in specially for me? Or...
It is in the system. Alchemist's Grand Library, so it will take. Let's see, with the block count, could be here in about 23 days.
Yeah, order it just in case.
Sure, it's the only copy. I'll place a request to order it now. Okay, it should be here in 23 days. All things good to clear.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for your time.
Get me out of here or I
Tavern?
stop biting people.
To be honest, I feel like going to Temple and Apple. I need to.
The Temple of Anapo,
Can-
I want to go to get something to drink and eat, and
I want to clear my
I
head.
want to watch a lady straighten a stripper pole back to straight again.
Okay, tavern.
Thank God. What's the
Maybe
nearest tavern?
Temple tomorrow.
The nearest tavern to here is probably the one that I made up on bullshit last time. It's next to the Great
The
Library.
Quillen something?
I'm gonna call it the
The Quillen... I don't know.
the Quill.
There was
So
also
like the wizard's quill?
The Quill and Drink. That's what it's gonna be called.
there was also that one bar where the
Inspiration.
guy got mind melted near the Temple of Anapo.
Yeah, but they
Wasn't there
murdered...
two?
They murdered the guy in there, so I don't think it's gonna be, like, open.
Wasn't there two
Free
pubs
drinks.
opposite each other? Two taverns.
I suppose it depends on whether that guy owned the bar or was just working there, because I'm pretty sure if I was shot, like, in the middle of my working day in most places I've worked in, they would just, like, drag my corpse into the street and then open as usual.
The closest one to you would be the Quill and Drink, or the Wizard's Quill. I think I did dub it before. I think Anthony was correct. But the Quill and Drink is funnier, so that's what it's called now.
Well, then we're going there. We're going to the Quill and Drink.
Yeah, you can.
Or Atlas's, and no one's stopping.
I feel like Astra tags along, but it's it's staring longly in the direction of the temple.
Astra, how old are you?
Oh, it's just Schaefer. I keep forgetting.
21.
Yeah, 21.
You have spent 21 years in a temple. And for the first time in your life, you have the option to not go to a temple. Why are you going back to the temple?
Sense of home.
Home sucks. Come to the pub.
As the person who was born in a vineyard.
Someday I'll take you to
Hot kettle.
my home, and you'll understand. Hopefully.
Home
Someday
sucks,
I'll take
but
you to
also
my
good
home and
feel.
you'll understand.
Fair.
Plus, you
I don't
know,
when I get.
I can spend all the time I want repenting for my sins when I get caught. Hedonism, that's gonna run out soon.
Okay, let's just get your drink.
Hop in to the Quill and Drink. It is, for lack of a better term, it's kind of like a students' union vibe of a bar,
Yes.
with no fun.
No.
It's like, this is a bar in a sense. It is a place that serves alcohol and, like, you know, has tables and chairs, but it's very bland looking. There's lots of promotional material on the walls. Things like, you know, like there's a cat poster which says, like, you know, hang in there. There's another cat poster who's wearing big, like, round spectacles. It says, like, you know, I'm happiest when I'm reading, and, you know, like, all that kind of stuff.
Except instead of cats, they're tressums.
Yeah, they're all dressings of things. And yeah, it's just like it's like there's nothing, there's no fun events on, there's nothing planned, there's no
This
pop
is
quizzes,
the saddest pub I have ever been in.
and there's a group of elves
When you
snickering
said you wanted to
themselves
come
over a load of comic books as you come in.
Oh, I hate it. I almost miss the library.
And that.
Barkeep, 3 ales and your finest whore.
I'm really sorry, but we actually don't have whore late at night here. We do have ale and wine, and there is also the free bookshelf there. Donate a book, leave a book. If you'd like to read anything.
You are the worst person I've spoken to today. Please get me 3 ales.
Of course, come right up.
In your mind, you
Side
hear,
little
put on the
side."
bell.
I mean,
3 eels.
out of character, she could earn money. So.
3 eels go up on the bar.
Astra, if you flashed your tits at that guy, he would die. He would just die.
I feel like at that, Astra like shimmies away from you.
That's gonna be 12 chits, please.
Atlas just slowly turns to Volkir. You can't keep boasting about how much money you have and then not pay.
Sure.
Oh, you're just going to take a drink and walk away and just go
that's
there.
also
they're
the
paying.
cheapest ale that they've
Yeah.
ever seen.
Yeah.
Astra pays the tips. She can.
Did you say Astra pays with tits?
Tits.
Oh, tits. Okay, yeah, that makes more sense.
Thank you for the drinks.
Show off your chits.
Yeah, you pay. You tap against a little scanner. And the track's completed, then you're free to find a table. There's a little window looking out, watching over the street from up here. It's kind of like on the upper floor, so you got a good view of the actual road below, and all the self carriages kind of going past.
A humanoid body is wasted on you.
Okay. Why?
You know, you could charm people, get things. You don't look like a creepy little gremlin. That will get you far in
but
life.
you can also just be nice to people.
You can, but that's more dangerous.
Also less dangerous in some regards.
I don't know, Astra. You keep pretty terrible company. I don't think your life's going very well. I mean, like,
Okay
just look
so
at this
far.
guy. Gestures to Volga.
Why am I getting like?
Volga's gonna look.
I got no problem with
so-
over here.
Can't be bothered. And just walk to the table, sit down, and start drinking, finishing half his ale in one go.
I'm getting like older sister bad influence vibes from Atlas.
Drink alcohol and skip school. Or church,
and
I
then flash
guess.
your tits.
You guys are no fun. Volgir won't take any of my rises, and you're too nice.
Maybe you should have come with us.
Like, Barros is aggressively fun, and Cyrus is kind of a stick, but he will let me tease him constantly, so, you know.
Hard cut to Beros and Cyrus, who are what is your plan?
Who suddenly feel a little bit complimented and also insulted at the same time.
I think we're going to go to
Segue.
the status pocket to see if we could find out any information about a necklace.
Yes.
Lovely.
Also, a stick. He's a stick.
I would like one
Cyrus
of you,
just speaking
please.
to himself.
One of you, please,
Cyrus'
roll me a
horn is
d20
itching.
for moving through the Undercity without protection.
Sure.
Sneak, 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 sneak.
Matter of sneaking, it's a matter of who you bump into.
Just a standard D20.
Just a flat d20 roll, please.
One!
Oh!
You get deep in the Undercity without seeing anyone. And as you head around the corner leading the Satyr's pocket, the Dryad's pocket, or whatever the fuck it was called.
Satyr's pocket. Satyr's asshole.
You find that there are 4 individuals stood outside it, all elf in race, but tall, imposing, wearing leather armor, most of them. And as you kind of come down and approach, they block you, give you a little curious glance, and as you kind of come up the stairs towards the door, that's when you feel the tap of your shoulder, Cyrus, from behind, and you turn around, you see there is another 2, and you're surrounded by the 6 of them.
Aw, baby's first arrest.
Well. Looks like we got ourselves a couple of folks who think they're odd. Or want to be odd, at least. Don't recognise you. Not from around here.
Well, that is clear because we've not got pointy ears and, a stick up our ass.
Listen up, mate. I can arrange that second one. And if you give me some scissors, the first 2. Watch it.
Oh, we got ourselves a little bit of a kinky boy.
Yeah.
Right, Cyrus. We've been itching for a fight. You want to do the honors?
With pleasure.
Oh yeah. Straight to the odd stuff. Roll me initiative.
Hey, already, Lord.
Hey,
Nat
But-
20.
it's a 14.
Alice is gonna be so upset when she found out that not only did you go to a brothel, but you also got to beat guys up.
Gonna grab something to do for a fucking token. And enemies. There's a Barros token.
The enemy.
Hoping for you guys to have your own fucking token, but that's not being played for some reason. Steal a Barros token from a different layer. There's a Barros. There's a Cyrus. A turn order. So Barros got a 27, Cyrus got a 14. Let's just fucking throw down. Sure, this is generic.
Ah, old man.
Huge old man.
You're beating up an elderly giant.
He's an old fucking boy. No, just that's like a
He
fine.
looks old to both of us because he's an elf.
Exactly. And he was 13. Great. So there are there's 6 of these guys in total.
Oh no, 6 old men.
Oh god, it's sextuplets. Identical sextuplets are gonna beat you up.
Right.
Why am I imagining now it's not actually 6 people, it's, you know, those costumes where like it's like you and then like on a line it's like lots of things and like their limbs are tied to like yours. Have you seen those? So like you lift your arm and like Dale. Just one thug pretending to be 6.
Multiple person puppets.
There's 7.
7!
There's only 6. Don't worry.
Good, because I don't know what the term for 7. Ah,
One massive one.
One's really fat.
One very wide.
yeah, that's a wide bill.
That's wide Philip. Right, so, Beros, you are first to act. These images have surrounded you. So they are 4 kind of are to your front and 2 are to your back because you're kind of on these stairs. Roughly in something like this position.
Okay. I think whichever one's in front of me, I will just kind of swing into him twice. So do this one first with a 25,
Hits.
dealing.
You can add sneak attack if you haven't already. Because Cyrus is within 5 foot.
I will.
No.
Cool. So that's 11, and then offhand short sword. Don't have a 12 hits.
12 hits, yeah, for number 9.
For number 9.
Is that 9 include your dex? Do you have the dual wielder feat?
I do not. Was it
Then it's-
calculated?
It might not be dual wielder feat, it might be 2 weapon fighting. Do you have any?
So it's only 5 damage.
5? No, that's fine. Bingo. With that, he is bloodied in the first 2 strikes.
Cool. And that is my turn.
Hey, Cyrus.
I am going to rage.
Alrighty, go for it.
And then I'm going to smack the guy in front of me with my battle axe.
Do it.
That's
91.
not good.
No, not 91. Very fucking low. There's 92.
Yeah.
Swing and a miss.
Yep. I think that's pretty much all I can do. I don't have any
Alrighty,
extra
Cyrus holds his
attacks.
ground. These guys fucking pile on you. And when I say pile on you, they have pack tactics. And they all make 2 mace attacks. 3 on each of you. So the first 3 on Cyrus, second 3 on Beros. So Cyrus.
So the 19 and the 21, I believe, are going to hit.
Okay, and then Beros. Woof.
Yeah, all hit.
Still up, Beros. That's
Is that total
19 damage total.
Still up, but looking a little rough.
They all take their first swing at you, like just catch you in the shins and the shoulder and the arm. You're all still standing. They are all going to take their second melee attack. First 3 on Cyrus.
I'm trying to do my math here to see what my first attack was. 8 and 7.
Yeah, you lose 20 at 15 for the first round of attacks.
15 halved.
Yep, so that would be 7.
So, yep.
And then the second round of attacks, I think 14 misses you, does it?
14 misses, yeah.
And then a 22 will hit though for 8, half to 4.
Yep.
And then Beros, these are going to come at you one at a time, so just
I'm going down for sure.
Miss. 16?
Hit.
8, please, Beros.
I am down.
Beros hits the fucking ground. Beros, a death saving throw, please.
Oh, I forgot I was muted. I just said there you're going to
15.
wake up naked in the street tomorrow morning.
Righty.
And I was like,
Cyrus.
it's a good thing you don't have money. Oh, wait, you do. Okay.
Okay, I'm going to Healing Hands Beros.
Nice.
So you get 6 HP.
Thank you very much.
I need to think about whether or not I'm going to do this.
Anything else, Cyrus?
Okay, so I do have a ability I could do on my bonus action, but it's gonna do damage to everybody within 10 feet of me.
Mm-hmm. Including you, right?
Searing light temporarily radius from your mouth. Duration shed 10-foot radius, 10 feet. At the end of my turn, each creature within 10 feet of me takes radiant damage equal to my proficiency bonus until it ends. So it's 2. I'm hoping it'll like scare them off. Yeah, fuck it. Sorry, Barros. Cyrus is going to
Cyrus
activate.
wakes you up and then fucking
Just
screams
to
into
give
rain.
more pain.
So Cyrus like sets his hand on Barros, wakes him up, and if you're able to see him when he stands up, the markings on his body start to like seem like they crack, and this red energy starts pouring out of them. His eyes turn a red color, and light starts pouring out of his eyes and mouth as he activates his radiant consumption.
Cyrus, this does also hurt you.
Okay, so everybody takes... Where's my proficiency bonus? Everybody takes 2 damage.
Maybe. You do. You're not resistant to radiant damage, so.
Oh, I am.
Are you? Oh yeah, you are, because you're
I'm resistant to radiant and fire, not necrotic,
Nice.
as I usually would be.
Perfect. Yeah, I'm warming from the rage, but yeah, no, that's your rage ability that gives you that. So that's perfect. Yeah, so you only take 1. It's a scary thing, Cyrus, because it takes something to end it normally, I believe, and it doesn't end if you go unconscious. So if you ever fall unconscious while doing it, it does mean you auto-fail death saves at the end of your turn.
For the duration, you shed light.
I know, because I built Scourge Asmore before, and I made him like a big suicide boy. He ran in the middle of it. He ran in the middle of everyone. All he did was like, I cast Fireball on myself. Like,
Yeah, it doesn't actually say when it ends. I think it's just for a minute.
it lasts a minute, unless you use another bonus action to end it, I think.
Okay.
You can choose to end it, but it takes it's not like a spell. You're not concentrating on it, so it takes an actual bonus action to calm yourself down, effectively.
Just wondering, but could I try an intimidation check to see if that has any real effect on them?
Because all 6 of them are still standing and only 1 is bloodied, I'm not going to make any like will rules for them. Just like they don't need to check their resolve, Because
Yeah,
as
okay.
far as they're concerned, they just knock one of you out fucking in 6 seconds, so they're doing pretty good.
Okay.
So right now they're confident, but yeah, if you could do something like that and it would like knock 3 of them down, they'd be like, oh fuck, like that would give reason. Or you could use your action in the future to try to actually intimidate.
Right.
But yeah, also doing things like big damage and like actually if you bloodied them all in one attack, things like that, that would definitely warrant like oh fuck, this guy means business. But like only a little 2 damage across the board. It just injures them all, doesn't even scratch the surface. Most of these guys.
Fair enough.
Cyrus, I think we made a mistake.
Don't fucking whip out on me now!
You roll a natural one on your fucking encounter table. This is a bad one. This is supposed to be for a full group.
You're like, oh, we've been itching for a fight. It's like, the itch is gone.
Not this big a fight. Not that big an itch.
I don't think we're surviving the next swings.
Beros is prone, so they would get advantage anyway. Beros, I'm going to do this one attack to the 3 of them. Just I know exactly what the fucking throw at Cyrus, so I'm going to do 6 at you, Beros, which would be the as I go. So just let me know if any. You got 4 hit points. Let me know if any hit, please. 19 for 3.
Down.
Hits, but you're not down, so you got 1 hit point left.
1.
19 for 7. You're down.
Now he's down.
So that means that 5 of them still can make swings against Cyrus. So that's 10 strikes in total coming your way, Cyrus.
There we
1,
go.
Cyrus, your pants are gonna
2,
get stolen, but not by Beros for once.
4,
Oh fuck.
5.
Everything hits except the 10.
That's the first 5. So that's a 1, 2. So that's 3 total, plus 3 is 6, plus 4 is 10. And plus 4 again, so that's 14 in total.
I have 1 HP.
Okay,
Oh
if
wait,
you...
is that halved or? is
That's
that
already
straight?
halved. Yeah, that's already halved.
Oh fuck! I have 1 HP.
Here we go. 15 hit.
15 doesn't hit.
23 will do. Bonk.
Yeah.
You fall
Down.
unconscious on the pavement. Alrighty. That is all our actions used. Beros. Death saving for please.
Oh god. Oh no. Say goodbye to your character.
Cyrus. Death saving for please.
I've sent the link to making a new character sheet in the chat just in case you
very
need it.
much.
Things happen. Death saving for please. Cyrus. Death saving for please.
I'm scared.
Don't one at one.
I'm a,
Two,
I'm,
one fail.
I'm a little more. I'm a little more scared.
Things happen. Beros. Death saving for please.
Wait,
I'm right remembering it.
Beros is stabilized. Cyrus. Death saving for please.
wait, can we know that token thingamabob? Does it work on death
He's
saves?
not giving you inspiration for a death save. He's cruel.
You've also got to give a good reason. You have to call that earlier. Whenever like Beros did his, we've been itching for a fight. That'd be a great time. But like, yeah, get Beros fucking scrappy boy. Give him that inspiration. You can't fucking call it
I
now.
have a vague reason, but I don't want to say it out loud.
Something happens.
Can I?
Cyrus, a death save,
Come on.
please.
Tinkerbell, come rescue them.
Fuck.
Oh.
Do better.
You're gonna see Cyrus die.
Well,
Well,
you on 2 for 2?
You know
2
the
and 2?
start of this
Two.
session where you were like, I really
Yeah.
bonded with this character. This is the most
Yeah.
work I've put into a backstory.
Cyrus, final death saving for please. Roll high. An NPC tried to help there, but they were not good enough.
Oh.
Ooh.
Okay.
It's,
And I
it's
need
enough.
I need Cyrus and Beros, please, to both roll me 1d4. Okay. Darkness. Cold darkness. the verge of death, hours feel like mere moments. As you come around, it's not a sudden gasp of life pumped into you. It's a slow, drip-fed light trickling in through quarter-open eyelids. You try to get your surroundings, but you're shaking. Your bones and body aches from broken collisions. Feel on your sides where big cuts have cleaved through, and are relieved to feel bandages where the maces collided with. You're both disorientated, heads swimming. As you open your eyes, you see you're in a room. The light is white and cold. You're both laid on chairs that have been pushed together. The floor is hard wood. As you take your bearings in, you see someone you recognize who is sat opposite you, fingers arched, kind of like to their nose, kind of like looking at the floor. And as you stir, they stand up, and you hear a, "Oh, good, good." And you see Gianna Stononen, the madame who runs the Satyr's Pocket. She goes, "I was quite worried that you would stay in a coma for some time, but looks like you're both... Come on, wakey wakey. You're fine. Bit roughed up around the faces. But we did what we could with your wounds. Really shouldn't be wandering the Undercity unattended. It's safe out there, you know. The Syndicate know who's down here, and they don't really like people who look at them too much. Cyrus, Beros, you both have lost all of your weapons. But you were, I believe, both attuned to your hollow straps. So your hollow straps and chits are protected. However, all of your weapons have been taken. So you've lost your great sword.
Does Cyrus still have his pants?
Did they lose? I was about to say, did they lose their medal as well?
I'm gonna make a quick roll for the thugs.
If they're smart enough to rifle.
18 and 16 I just rolled. So anything that you would say is that looks of monetary value, I would say you would find it missing on your person.
Yeah.
So any coin purses you had,
Probably got your pants then.
not clothing, not armor, not shields, nothing affixed to you, but anything someone could quickly grab and run with. Even it might be your bag is missing, but you know it's like in the room, but it's been gone through and found in an alleyway around the corner, things like that. You know, like you've been mugged. You've just been mugged. They've looked for the usual places people hide stuff, you know, quickly and taken your stuff and gone. So just use your own judgment. I'm not gonna hard rule what's missing, but all of your weapons are definitely gone, and your chits were luckily protected because you're all strapped.
Cool. So that gold piece I gave you.
I'm glad I said I'm taking this as chits, not as gold.
Yes. Be very happy on that front.
No axe, no javelins, just a shield.
Hey, you're shield boy now.
No, not intentionally. This is the worst kind of shield boy. I haven't built for this.
You're not shield boy, you're boy with shield.
I will say, Cyrus, you would know a shield can be used as an improvised weapon.
I know.
Deals 1d4 damage on a hit.
He had a character idea for shield boy, but it's just not what he
There's
wanted.
only a support class, but he wasn't fun to play. Only support classes don't work in D&D. Cyrus is gonna...
Harry loves a just support class.
I have a fucking...
He has a wizard who does not have any damage.
I have an illusionist, like Harrigan wizard.
He's like a rabbit out the hat
He's a
kind of
rabbit
thing.
in the hat boy, and he is just a magician, and he only knows illusion magic. That's all he knows. No damage spells.
I've always wanted to create
Also, he can
a
pacifist.
rogue who's like a magician, and everyone thinks they're a wizard, and they're like, no, I'm a magician. It's a very different thing.
Okay, I suck at support roles then in D&D. I'm much better as a tank or like a high damage dealer. Anyway,
Well,
Cyrus
apparently
is-
not after that encounter.
No, you're
I'm
not.
assuming- But he's not built for healing, okay? And in the tankiness, he's not as tanky as the characters I'm used to.
That's because you're used to Kaz, who had like 300 health.
300 health and like 27 AC.
When you'd be like, oh no, I'm on half my health, and it's like, that's more than all of my health, you're fine.
Do I still have my pants?
You'll have your path.
How valuable are your pants?
Luckily,
Not very
Beros
valuable.
did not wake up an hour earlier than you. Otherwise, that may not be true.
The muggers, they must have taken your pants.
Yeah, you best believe fucking the man of the house would be laughing at that. She wouldn't stop Beros.
She comes to save you, and he's like
Fucking
halfway
yeah.
through taking the pants off, and she's like, that's none of my business.
Sure, she
Fucking
join in. Who knows?
That fucking sucked.
So
So
that,
apparently we're not as good at fighting as we thought we would.
Well, you pissed off a group of people who they think themselves to run this area, and rightly so. They're fairly strong. They were popping in for their protection money. Well, you must have come at a bad time.
To be fair, I don't think we made the right decision anyway. We basically started the fight.
No, they started the fight. They approached us. The option was run or give them money or fight.
You want my advice?
Well-
Do what I do. Give them money. Tend
Yeah,
to
we'll
lose
consider
less.
it next time.
Especially your dignity.
Note that on the to-do list.
I mean, I did nearly fuck one up, but, you know, there's just too many of them.
I imagine if there was more of you, they probably would have left you alone, but easier target when there's not as many. What are you doing down here anyway?
We actually came to look for you.
Oh, looking for some fun? Luckily you still have
Yeah.
chips on that hollow shop of yours, I double checked.
Yeah, maybe later. No, we are looking into the disappearance of a necklace.
What kind of necklace exactly?
It's a old amethyst gem made out of gold or bronze, very decorative, family heirloom. You haven't seen anybody wearing it or showing it off.
There is someone who might be... Not gonna like this though.
Let me guess, he runs the guys that beat us up.
No, he's one of them. His name's Kind. He is a very notorious thief. But he was trying to fence off something recently, but no one seemed to be able to meet his asking price. He was asking around for anyone looking to buy it. It fits the description. It's an amulet, an amethyst set amulet. It was quite pricey. He tried to sell it to me as well. He's looking for someone to take the sale at this point.
What sort of price was he asking for?
5,000 chits.
That matches the description roundabout. I mean, we could use the others to get it, but
It means we could kill two birds with one stone, get our shit back, and also get the amulet.
true. But we need to find at least something to kill them with.
True.
Kim wouldn't be the one who beat you up outside. Kim's a thief, but he's just part of the group. The syndicate's quite a big family, in a sense. Not blood related, but close enough to work together.
Although getting that stuff back would be good. Once we've healed, maybe got some backup.
Yeah, maybe we should, upon returning it, we should up the asking price. Since we're going against a syndicate, it's not just a thief.
He was already quite generous, to be fair.
Mm.
We'll see. We'll see if we, how much it ends up costing us. Not just the broken bodies.
What's our HP at the minute?
1.
Short
You're
rest.
welcome to rest here. Take time. When you're able to go, you can. I can always call for a stealth carrier to come pick you up, get you out of here in one piece. You don't get jumped again, looking like the quite delectable targets you are. I would say this time just be lucky it was only your items they took. Lucky they hit you somewhere so public. Didn't get a chance to drag you down some back alley and take you for all you're worth, you know?
So I'm just gonna lay down.
I think we need to rest here for a while, but we'll call when we need to go back up to the surface.
Of course. Well, I'll be on the floor, but a few girls and boys being on the break anyway. If you're out, if you need anything, ask on them. They can pop up and grab me.
Do you have a means of sending a message?
I can get a message most places in the city. Yes.
As far as we're aware, our companions were at the library. Whether or not they're still there, they may have gone back to the tavern, depending on what they turned up. Which tavern were we staying at again?
You're saying the Bit and Bridle.
Bit and Bridle. Would you be able to send a message to the Bit and Bridle to notify them of where we are? Tell them to take a self-carriage to get here, in case they get here before we are ready to leave.
I'll get it organised.
Thank you.
Nods, heads out. You're left alone for a couple of minutes before you hear the heavy footfalls of someone coming to the door of the staff room. Open up, you see Tinkerbell the Goliath come in. She goes straight over to the coffee machine, pours herself a big cup. Oh, what are you doing here?
Got the shit kicked out of us.
Yeah, I can see that. You look fucked up, mate.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah, apparently they're called the Syndicate. 6 of them jumped us.
You
We
got
tried to-
fucking jumped by the syndicate. God, you guys are fucking idiots. Why the fuck are you that for?
We didn't know they were.
Planet.
We didn't know what the Syndicate were.
Ah, yeah.
We started a fight. We saw 6 guys. We thought we would be able to take them.
The last time the syndicate were in here, like, having a good time or whatever, one of them basically said, like, accused me of being a man. So I sat in his face and killed him.
Nice.
I didn't actually kill him. I knocked him unconscious, but it was good. My balls helped fucking choke him out, though. Like, he was right, but he wouldn't be telling anyone that.
No, of course not.
Yeah, if you need anything, I'll help you out. If you need, like, if do you think are they after you for I can dress you up and disguise you if you need. It's no problem.
No, it was just a wrong place, wrong time.
That's fair enough.
At some point, we're probably going to try and get our stuff back, but probably not right now.
But if you need help, give me a shout. I don't mind fucking a few syndicate. They already don't like me that much. I'm fucking my relationship's already bad enough.
We'll keep that in mind. Maybe we'll come back tomorrow when we
God
find out
forbid
who's
they
still.
would hurt my little fuzzy bunny. And they come over and they pinch Cyrus's cheek quite forcefully.
Thank you.
Right, well, you two should probably sleep. I'm also just going to grab my break. I don't like really talking to people on break. I just want to fucking shut off because all I do is talk to people. So just if you need me, give me 30 minutes just to set,
Not a
Okay.
problem.
And they just go slump down him on the sofas, pull a magazine off the table, start flicking through it.
Probably a good idea just for us to rest up.
Yep, you guys can take a short rest down here if you like.
Sure.
Righty, and while they are resting, the rest of the group finish
Blissfully unaware.
completely blissfully unaware of all that's going on below the ground. Still in the quill and drink. What like to do?
Enjoying life.
Anything in particular
Drinks.
you'd like to do? Like, are you just gonna stay here, drink, and just chill? Is that like just?
Cheap beer. Good beer. Is it good ale though? Or am I gonna get?
It feels
It's
like
student ale.
it feels like the
piss poor for
line isn't being used enough to keep it fresh. You know, it's a little steel. It's got that tinniness to it. That little kind of catches on the top of your mouth. You know.
Even one tit would probably kill him.
You can show him yours then if you have them.
I don't. Obviously.
Maybe you can think that you're gonna show him something and then he'll just pass out anyways.
Yeah, I think if I showed him what I've got going on under here, he'd pass out either way. But, not out of the same emotions.
Do islands still have breasts?
No, they're
Do you like
birds.
chickens?
They're birds, they're not mammals.
But you've got there's chicken breast.
Yeah, you have breast
It's a
meat.
muscle.
Yeah, you have breasts.
Yeah. Like,
Kids.
You're more of a tit than a
if
bird
you
does.
chopped an owlin open, you could get, like, owlin breast out of them, but
Yeah, then show them your breasts.
just floof.
Goofy breath.
Floof. I'm just saying, we could get a free round. Or murder a man.
I'm not good at ale, but I don't know if I'd want a free round of this.
It's also not worth a huge amount for a free round. But it would be funny to see him die.
There are a few finer bottles in the back bar, but you didn't ask for anything like that.
Oh,
If
No.
only we had someone who could afford the more expensive stuff.
if only.
It was 12 chits for an eel. How expensive is the finer stuff?
It was 12 chits for 3 eels.
Yeah.
Bargain. Student pub.
I feel like
We guys-
Astro will go up and ask how much the wine is behind the bar.
The wine?
Good wine, not shit wine.
Well, we've got red or white.
Oh, no, don't.
We have a rosé, but it's just a mix of red and white together, so...
Oh.
Atlas
Yeah.
will grab Ash's
I'm gonna
arm and be
start
like,
dragging
we have
it."
to burn the whole place down. It's the only
I'm gonna
way.
start dragging Atlas out at that point, just like, no, come on.
I need
I
to
know what
hit
you wanna
him.
do.
I have to hit him.
Just dragging out the door, dragged out the door.
I hope you choke in your sleep.
Thank you for visiting the Wizard's Drink! As you
We just hear him crying as we close the door.
in here crying, you over the sounds of the people on the table on the first left as you entered, you kind of like cast them out. It's like, you know, and that's whenever I tapped my 4 swamp cards and I played the Destroyer of Edgarman.
Bit and bridle.
We have to yeet the city out the sky. It's the only way. We gotta take out
Right.
all of the engines.
Might be going that way anyway.
That was horrible.
Should we go somewhere
Mixing red and
where the ale
white. That's
actually
like
has a bit of
it's wrong on every level. That's like that's as bad as incest.
Should we go somewhere with a bit better ale?
Yes. Far away from this evil place.
We'll go find another tavern then.
Yep, you probably head back towards Bit and Bridle, your home base. Get set up there.
Another round.
Yep, here it is a bit more pricey.
Is it good though?
Oh, it's much better than the last place, yes.
I
Here,
think Volga is going to do a sigh of relief the second he takes a drink.
specials here, it is today, as you come in, Thamor kind of gives you a little nod. specials. He kind of briefs you on. He says they did a few lunch deals. I guess you kind of come in.
Ooh, Volgil will get one.
Yep. So there's either a beetroot pie paired with a glass of brandy for 40 chits, a ham cake with peaches and a glass of whiskey for 50 chits, or a pheasant pie with nutmeg and leek, and a coffee for 50 chits as well. Just general drinks. If you're looking for ale, it's 20 chits per ale, and if you're looking for anything finer, it's a bit more again.
So Volgil is going to go with the middle meal.
Yep. So you get the ham cake with peaches. So it is almost like a it's almost like a ham terrine, so it's got that like almost like gelatinous
Fancy.
structure to it, with peach kind of through it, and then there's also a little fine snifter whiskey on the side for 50 chits.
Yeah, I'll get one of those.
50 chits, some good whiskey, some good food.
And specialist.
So you've seriously never done anything like that to get a free drink? Like, ever?
The temple, they pretty much had wine on tap.
True. So
Like,
you've
we
never
made
been
it
anywhere
ourselves.
else than the temple? Like, that was it?
Yeah.
Did
I
you
know
have
it sounds
friends?
Kind of, I suppose.
In the temple, let me guess.
Yeah, just villagers and people that lived on the island.
There's nothing wrong with being friends with people close to you, says a dragon.
She just not here.
You just
I
hear
thought And I thought I was sheltered.
And besides, I do have a friend. And then she pulls out Pip.
Astra, sometimes you say things and they make me sad. Like, just your presence as a person makes me sad.
Why? Sad about yourself or sad for me?
Sad for you.
So, okay. I'm still happy though. Well, maybe not happy, content.
No, you're not. If you were content, then you would have stayed.
I had reasons to leave. I said
Exactly.
content. More calling. Calling?
Ring, ring, it's the gods.
More like buzz.
Quite timely in that moment, Volkir. You hear a
Ring,
voice.
ring, it's your fucking idiots who got beat the shit up in an alleyway.
Volkir, you hear a voice.
On the
The one who calls himself Volkir. You hear it in your mind. It's quite disorienting. It's like you're imagining it for a moment, but then you realize that that's not the case.
just look down at the ale. Nope, not drunk enough for this shit. Down's the ale.
It is not the alcohol that is doing this.
Try.
I have observed you for some time. Observe those who keep company. Although we may find ourselves, on paper, ill-aligned, I believe we may be more connected than first you might think.
I feel like Volga is thinking this is just the Drake sat on his shoulder, whispering in his ears, like,
You're right, Volgir.
yeah, just not enough to drink.
Maybe you drank it too fast.
I'm gonna get another one. Bro.
Do that sometimes and I get hiccups.
As you walk up to the bar, kind of as you're going to drink, the conversation kind of continues like, you need not ignore me. I am the here. This is not some fiction of your mind. You have some connection that I did not believe possible from one of your kind, one of ours.
Right. Hmm. No, still not quite sure. I'm going back and sit.
Are you going to continue to? I've really waited for a moment to reach out to you that I thought would be seen a good connect, and now you're going to ignore me like I'm not here. Is that really what you're doing?
He's gonna look at his drake and go, I'm not ignoring you. You're just... I don't know.
Well, you can call me
Introduce
Fastor,
yourself.
and whenever you have decided to deign to speak to me, I will await your response. I am always listening.
Always.
I'm literally
Oh.
noting down to get a mental visit.
Always listening. No, he knows so much
Pastor.
terrible shit about us.
Fastor.
He knows
How
that
do you
Astra's
spell
never shown off her
ASCOR?
tits for a free drink.
Right. Okay. I will maybe speak to you. Maybe.
Then I shall return to my silence. After you enjoy some drinks, some time passes. Eventually, a few people come and go, and you then hear Thamior kind of call out and say, you three,
We didn't steal anything.
I'm not. Did you steal something?
Oh, that's why I
Then-
said we didn't steal anything.
Why did you jump straight? It's very suspicious. I've just
Well,
received.
Well, there's two of us missing, so we assumed that they might have stolen something, and you're just blaming us for it.
No, I've received what they're down in the Satyrs' pocket in the Undercity. Apparently, they don't want to meet you there. They organized you a self carriage to pick you up. It's here.
Yes.
Bit
Is this
odd.
gonna be our new
Don't know.
meetup?
Do we need a self carriage? Really?
I mean, if they've sent one, we might as well, right?
Yeah, we might as well. Do it.
Kick the
But who's
self.
paying for it? Are they gonna pay for it?
They're definitely gonna expect you to pay for it.
As always.
What do you mean, as always? You're not paid for anything.
Come on, Volgar. I'll buy you a lap dance. It'll be fine.
Sold. Volga's first one in the carriage, out the door, like the second it's.
Atlas is definitely going to either
And
order
as-
Tinkerbell or a female dragonborn.
I was about to say, as Atlas walks in the carriage, not the massive one.
Then I rescind my offer.
Fine, you can buy yourself the lap dance from the massive one.
I don't think that would end well for me. I have fragile bones. Come on, Astra. I promise it won't be
Okay.
scary.
I don't trust you anymore considering what you wanted me to offer, but I'll come because they asked.
Don't offer it in there. You'll upset, people who are trying to make a living.
Okay.
Up in the self carriage.
Yep.
It ferries you all the way down to the Underdark through the winding streets, and eventually you find yourself outside the Satyr's pocket.
Yeah, let's get in there.
Pop out.
Do we have to pay to get in again?
The carriage appears to be paid for.
No,
And,
I mean, do we have to pay to get in? Because we had to pay like an entry fee.
Oh yeah, as you knock on the door, the little window slit opens up, and you hear, "Can I help you?"
We're here to meet
We
our friends.
we were sent for?
Yeah, we were sent for.
Wait a moment. Who are you?
Atlas, Astra, Volgir,
Yeah,
Pip,
we're the ones that.
Adragon.
Yeah.
Friends
moment.
of the satyr and the...
The dwarf.
Nobody knows their names.
And then the door, as it's opening, is like, "Yes, let them in, you idiot." You see the big half-orc bouncer, like, "What?" like looking you all down, and then you also clock
nod.
Madam of the House, Kiana, and she gives a little
I
smile.
can't believe they came back here without us. Didn't even invite us.
Well, I found them on my
Yeah, it's just a shame.
doorstep, beaten and bloodied, so you may want to
What?
talk
Oh.
about that.
At
Do you know what
that,
they could-
Atlas will just sprint, like
Well-
takes flight and just
Jill
zooms
also
past her, like,
stay the
Can I
same
Volga
She's
try and
gone.
grab Atlas as she tries to go?
and is immediately searching for
You can make
the
an
idiots.
athletics check, try to grapple her if you want. And Astra can make an
Honestly.
athletics or acrobatics check to break said grapple. / avoid it happening.
Oh, you've definitely broken that.
Are you trying to grab both of them, or
No, just Atlas.
Atlas
Okay.
Nero flies off with Astra into the like strip club. You've never seen Astra run into a strip club so fast.
Dyrus, Eros. Just shouting for them.
The music is pumping. You see up on the stage right now.
Atlas
It's,
is literally just gonna start opening like random curtains and shit, like exposing shit that never should have been
Yeah.
exposed to the
People
people
world.
screaming in panic.
Astro run in,
And I'm just
pause,
gonna look
and
at
then
them. Oh,
do the whole closed channel, like trying to listen if she can pinpoint anything.
and while this is going on, Volga's still standing at the front with them. Just go. You shouldn't have done that. God help you now with what helps. God's help you. You'll need all of them.
How many
this.
horrible acts do I reveal to the world till I find them?
A fair few. You don't find them in any of the booths. Eventually, Tinkerbell kind of like picks you up by the scruff as you're about to expose one of the booths. She goes like, "Sorry, honey, not in there. They're downstairs in the break room. Come on, I'll bring you." And then she carries you downstairs like just like a handbag almost. Just
It's like a cat getting thrown out.
easy enough for.
You can put me down now.
No, you're alright. Okay, I'm gonna carry you.
You're pulling at my mask and I'm starting to die.
Oh, that's fine. I quite like asphyxiation. She carries you down. If Astra and Volga would like to follow, they can.
I think Volga's just gonna follow the madam.
Angry cat scrabbling.
Just like I feel like it's just an owl like flapping.
Or she's just doing the thing. Have you ever like picked up a chicken but not clamped its wings? She's just like,
Volga's just going around going, I'm sorry, I'm very sorry, I'm very sorry, enjoy your night.
Eventually, Tinkerbell drops you on the floor in the staff room, and you see Beros and Cyrus both splayed out on a couple of like chairs being pushed together, fucked beyond all recognition. They're not maybe a little bit more healthy now. This didn't hit that, but they're still visibly.
she will run to them. She will grab Cyrus's one horn in one hand and Veros in the other and just shake both and be like, "What the hell were you doing?
Meanwhile,
Oh,
We-
Chris just healing
We,
them.
we came down for
Explain
work
yourselves or lose a horn."
We get
Volga's-
beat up, and your first reaction is to grab and shake us.
Explain or lose horn.
we were
You
doing a
have two
job.
options: explain or you
We're
can have a laptop.
explaining. We were doing a
Yes,
job
yes.
for a gentleman. He was going to pay us.
When we said find work, punching bag was not what we thought was a good idea.
The job was to find a stolen amulet, an amethyst amulet.
Oh.
We heard that it might have been brought down here into the Undercity, so we thought the best place to look for it would be here. Someone gets something new and shiny, they're gonna show it off to get
Look
some...
at you. She like grabs your face and starts like moving it either side, like as you're talking. It's like, look at you. Did you get punched in the nose?
They had maces,
There were 6 of them.
and there were 6 of them and 2 of us.
Astra, fix them.
Okay, Astro probably was healing him already.
In terms of health, Cyrus is not... He's injured, he's not bloodied or anything.
Same with Beros. He's in terms of health, he's almost at his maximum capacity.
Yes, it's same for Cyrus.
To say,
They just look rough.
They just look.
Yeah.
you said necklace. Would this happen to be a necklace that a high elf has lost? Like
Yeah.
it's an older fella,
Yeah.
older looking fella. Ah,
Oh,
do you
no,
know
this
that?
doesn't matter because you're not going on a job where you nearly got murdered. Jesus Christ. She, like, goes in her pocket, pulls out a handkerchief, and starts, like, dabbing at both of you.
Every time she like tries to
Yeah.
like tap this cut, he's like,
The
I
blood's
mean,
like
to be
really
fair,
dry
we
by
could-
now. It's been like,
So she's just, like, rubbing at
As,
it,
as
making
Tinkerbell
it worse.
disappeared at this point.
No, Tinkerbell's at the door, arms crossed, like almost like a pincer.
I mean, to be fair,
Let's back out again.
they may have stolen our stuff, so maybe
they did steal our stuff.
Oh, well, they did, but
Well-
maybe now that you're here, you can help us get it back. You might
Oh,
piss
yes.
off, an underground crime family, but
Yeah, apparently they belong to the syndicate.
Right, well, I've got a dagger and a longsword.
No, not tonight. We're getting them home. Home.
No, but they
We're
need
getting them
something
back
in
to the
case
tavern.
They get attacked again, so pick one.
They're not going to get attacked again because they're not going to come down here by themselves like idiots again.
I'm not saying they'll become down on themselves. You just never know what's going to happen.
If we take a self-carriage, we should be safe.
Should be safe. That's still not a guarantee.
The other problem is the amethyst bracelet was stolen by a master thief who belongs to the syndicate. Not the same guy that mugged us, but yeah. So if we're gonna try and complete the job, we're gonna need to face those guys again and get to the thief.
You're not
And we-
completing the job. We're going back to the tavern.
Well, I'm not talking about completing it right now.
We're meant to be laying low. Taking down a crime syndicate is not laying low.
no, not talking
I'm trying to take the
down.
whole syndicate, just one particular guy and the six that
We are
mugged us.
going back to the tavern, and we are not going to talk about this anymore.
The only question would be, have they already taken some form of payment for this job?
Yes.
Then give it back.
Hmm.
Unless you got that robbed too.
Did
No,
you get
no.
a time limit on it?
No.
It's marked. They're marked shits, so we can see where we spend it.
Don't spend it. Send it back. And we don't have to worry about it anymore. But for now, let's get back to the tavern.
I mean, we kind of need the chits to pay for the rooms for the,
I will cover the rooms. What we don't need is you two laying dead in an alley somewhere.
We will need to replace our weapons, though.
There are other jobs.
What do you think, Barros?
I mean, it sounds like there's not really much point arguing with her.
Well, if either of you change your mind, I don't mind fucking some syndicate up for fun.
Oh yeah, Tinkerbell here said she'll assist us.
We are getting a carriage back to the tavern. If you want to be conscious for that ride, you will stop talking.
I mean, let's just go back to the tavern for tonight. We can decide in the morning. I still need a bit of sleep.
Yeah. Drags himself out of the chairs.
All kind of start trickling out back up the stairs.
Mhm.
Tinkerbell will let you go as Cyrus and Barros walk past. She just goes.
What? You cut out there a wee bit. You cut out there a wee bit, Harry.
She makes a whipping sound with her mouth.
Oh, right. Okay.
You know?
There we
The
go.
mic does not want to do it.
Yeah, the mic feels inappropriate. Sorry, if I rip off this, does that get...
There. Yes, we got it.
But as we exit, I'm just gonna pull in Barros, pull in Cyrus, and just go. You know your punishment for that is you're both getting a lamp dance off Tinkerbell.
No.
I think if Tinkerbell looks at me funny, I might break at this point.
And I'm just gonna slap you on the back and go. I didn't say it was a question.
Next time, Vulgar, let's go.
I said that we're already outside at this point.
Yeah,
I said
no
once we're
going back in.
No, that's tomorrow.
Look, I might have lost to a 3v1, but a 1v1 I might be able to take you.
You want to try? I've got some swords. Not.
Look, there's been enough fights tonight. Let's just go back.
Everybody
Should
get in the
please
carriage!
Take blood.
Get in the
Volkir.
carriage. All of you. All of you.
Yes, Mom.
Get in the
The
carriage.
littlest member of the party.
Yeah, it's the angriest one.
200 chits later, fronted by someone. Because Madame Gianna
Did not pay for you to go
back.
back.
Well, she pays to bring business here, not
Yeah.
to send business away.
Also, Atlas probably actively lost her quite a bit of business that night.
Who's paying it?
Me.
Here gets the bill, and you are dropped back off at the bit and bridle.
I think Vogue is gonna go grab a drink, go straight up to bed, and
You two
As
need to
soon as
eat
he's-
something so you don't go into shock. No alcohol, because you'll go into shock.
Volkir, the bartender gives you a free eel because you've tipped heavily for information, things like that. So it gives you a little tip to appreciate it because you had an eel for free today.
yeah. I'm gonna go up to the bar and close the door and go. Right, magical voice. Fucking make yourself known now.
Magical head
I'm on my
voice,
own.
it's me!
You got 5 seconds.
He gave you his name twice.
I'm shit with names.
I am listening.
Stephen.
But I'm listening now.
Very well. Then you should know that I have observed you for quite some time, and I believe that there may be some connection between your kind and mine that I did not previously believe possible.
Hmm?
I have
And
already
what
introduced
exactly
myself.
is your kind?
I am Fastor.
Write it
You
down.
are Volgi.
That's... Yes. I am a dwarf. What are you?
I am currently a construct, if you were to look for technicality.
Well, I'm not looking for technicality. I'm looking for an answer.
Then you may call me by my full title. Pastor the Great Azor Maelstrom. And as he says it fully, Volkir, it becomes very apparent that this voice, in your head, language isn't really a thing, because it's how your mind interprets it. But it becomes very apparent that the way they've addressed themselves, they're speaking in Draconic.
Yeah.
Head
Okay.
dragon, head dragon, head dragon. Ryan's
I'm
so
help- I'm
jealous
help
of head dragons.
Divine dragon?
Mm.
This is the campaign when we learn that Harry actually only has one singular plot he can do. Like, you're all getting angel dragons again.
Yes.
Then how can I help you?
It is more how I can help you. Because you wield me.
Kind of kinky.
You the storm sword.
That is the common name derived to the weapon that I have been locked in, yes.
Oh, look, it's Will with some talking weapons. We've
I
never
know.
seen this
What
before.
He picked up the fucking sword! What do you want from me?
I know, but it's just like every time.
It's not my fault.
Like, Will can just sense talking blades from a mile away and gravitate to them.
Harry was just like, the second I picked it up, I was like, for fuck's sake,
I
the
laughed
same
when he
person again.
If you go back, I literally like laugh when I I myself when he's like, I take it. It's like,
Do you by any chance have a brother?
Do you have 2 twins that are smaller, right?
I am an only child dragon.
Dragon?
That was my previous form before a blade, yes.
How are you now a
Lord.
blade?
talking blade that used to be a part of a dragon.
He just, it's the two merged.
You got one plot, my dude.
It's not a plot point. It's an item.
Harry's gonna rewrite his entire campaign after this one. So.
All right, whose mom is a whore? Put your hand up now.
Your mom's a
It's
whore.
gotta be
dare
Barrows, right?
The
I
subtle
don't know.
change.
I mean,
actually
Cyrus
someone's mum.
doesn't know his mother. He doesn't know what she's up to nowadays.
True.
I did not believe the connection that could be had from someone who lacked scale could be made of one with. When I see how a Dragon looks to you, I realize perhaps a connection needed formed. Otherwise, like my previous wielder, I would have remained silent, unwillingly giving my power.
This means that you only speak to me because of my little friend here.
You do not seem afeard of us, the Concordat, like the other in this system and the systems beyond seem to do so. Maybe that is luck. But after watching for some time, I think you do express genuine care, Dragon. Which is more than I could hope for, to be perfectly honest. It is unlikely that I will find someone who would wield me in the future of the same compassion towards us as you, hence why I have revealed myself. I need you to help me return home. If you are able.
It depends. What does that entail?
Need to take me back to Thaxil. Located in the Sixta system. The planet of dragons. My home, where I was taken from. There currently is a war there, between metallic and chromatic. I myself fall on the latter side. But I wish to bring that conflict to an end, one way or another. I was locked away
Did you say he's
because
metallic
I had...
or chromatic?
He's chromatic. The azure, if you would assume, being blue.
Kill the sword.
I will
Never
say,
know.
the way in original D&D we were like, oh, blue and chromatics are evil. It's not really a thing here. There is no evil or good
Times are
side.
changing.
It's like looking at, like, it's literally like.
Then
one
I'm
side
just
is
a horrible
communist And one side
racist.
is fascist. They're both not great, but they're both fairly extreme.
Incorrect, my friend.
It's almost like
My
in
comrade.
in an ancient history, someone decided to merge the good and bad dragons, which resulted in neutral dragons. Headcanon unlocked.
Volgear, I ask this of you, one, because I do genuinely believe you are the only hope I have of returning to my people. And two, because I believe deep down, actually enjoy doing this.
Am I gonna have to deal with some very annoying dragonborns if I go there?
I would imagine so. But whatever we do to them, we can do together.
So you won't have any animosity.
Unfortunately, in this form, I am merely a weapon to be wielded.
Yes, but that doesn't mean if I don't take you back and then you suddenly become not a sword that you don't kill me instantly.
I would not betray your faith. If you brought me back to Thaxil, I don't believe I would ever become my previous self anymore. I'm long past that.
What was your previous self, fully?
I was one of the ancients. If you can promise me and swear your soul, this would not simply be a promise school children give on the playground, not something light you tell someone to reassure them when you know the answer is false. This would be a binding of souls. I could unlock greater ability in this blade than as it has ever seen, to ensure that both of us survive and thrive. I hold no animosity towards the amalgamate or to yourself or to anyone from this region. Fortunately, that is things that were done before and after I was changed.
So you don't request anything except to return home. You do not want. You do not argue over who to fight and who not to fight as long as you return home.
Hold my blade through the throat of a blue dragon who looked and smelt and dealt like I, and I would cut it the same as everyone we have cut down already. I'm a weapon, yours to wield, but I can make myself stronger for you if I do believe you will help me. But unfortunately, I cannot stop myself from being used as the weapon anyway. If you will not help me, I would not judge you for it, but know that I will not aid you. I will still be sharp and cut, and I will shock those whom we take. But it is not willing. I don't have a choice in that, not with the amalgamation I have been put together with.
So if you do that when you're not willing, what will you do if you're willing?
Many things. I can become sharper. Strikes I can land are more true. I can do more harm, but not all at once. If I unleashed the full power I had on this weapon, it would quite possibly destroy you. Storm, the maelstrom I carry. It could burn your insides out, which I suppose, if I wanted, I could use maliciously, yet I do not fully know how. I would not want to anyway. I would want to wield it at its full strength when you were able to wield that power without harming oneself. Or if it did, when you were at least able to withstand it.
Have you got a time limit? Or is it just...
As far as I'm aware, I do not know how long I have been in this blade. And I do not know how much longer I will be.
I will have a think and I will let you know.
Of course.
As you said, it's not something I can decide on the spot.
In all honesty, I would rather you have thought on and made the decision that you were comfortable with, than picked one at whim to appease or displease me. Please, do think on it. Think of all that I have said, and if you wish to talk more, to find me. But know if I do see us come up against one whom I believe may take us home, may have to indulge if you choose not to side with me. It may not even be my choice. I am merely a construct trapped here.
That is unless we've made the deal first.
If you bind yourself to me, I will consider our loyalty until both of our ends. and I will do everything in my power if you fall to get you back, as I would hope you would to me.
Alright. I'll sleep on it.
Very well.
I think like Volga's gonna need another drink after that, so he's gonna get another drink.
Do you leave the sword alone, or do you take it with you?
I'll take the sword with me. Why not?
You know,
I'm not gonna put it down.
Now you're aware of this, Volgir, you almost become as if the sword has shared something with you. It seems like the sword is aware of anything happening within about 30 foot of it. It can hear and see to a degree. Although it doesn't have eyes or ears, it seems aware of what's going on in an aura around you that you are now currently aware of. Before you were.
But it can't hear my thoughts.
Can't penetrate your mind. No. But it communicates mentally to you, and you could reply to it. But you have to actively I am thinking to.
Yes.
Reply. You have to actively engage that. As far as you're aware, it's not reading your mind. It's sending you information, and it's like you have the opportunity to reply to that information. You can't just at any time be like, it's not one way, but it's almost like it has to send something to you for you to return the message. You can't send something to it. It has to open that forum, and then once it's open, there's a bit of back and forth. But
yeah, I could say it in the open, and it would hear it, but I can't.
Yeah, if you're like, I want an eel, please, it probably hears that. And it can hear the next table over, the guy's talking about someone cheating at cards. And, it picks up on things around you that you're almost... Because you're not the most... You're very perceptive. You're not the most, perceptive person. But it's almost like you're hearing, echoes of things that normally you wouldn't pick up on. And it's almost like it's the blade has expanded itself from you. And you're now aware that that's what it can perceive. It seems like it's opened itself up in that sense to you, so you can almost be aware of what it can do. But based on what it's told you, it's probably fair to say it was at least aware of at least something going on around it before. It knew you by name, it knew a lot of your allies and stuff. It's not like it's being blind all this time.
It saw you on that terrible mushroom trip. Judged you. Alice is going to be observing the idiots to make sure that they eat food and don't drink.
Yeah, Cyrus is probably going to order a meal from the bar.
What would you like? We've got some specials on today.
I'll throw an extra gold down at the bar for their food.
If your friend's paying here, you can either have the pheasant pie with nutmeg and leek and a coffee. You could have the ham cake with peaches paired with a nice glass of whiskey. Or we also have the beetroot pie and a glass of brandy.
Ham cake.
Ham cake with the whiskey, of course.
The first one for me, with the coffee.
Pheasant pie with the nutmeg, leek, and coffee. Of course, I'll drop it down here.
I feel like Astra clocks the whiskey and takes it and passes it to Atlas.
Confiscated.
She said no alcohol.
Have that as he goes past.
Alice will just hand it off as you go past,
It's like a little cheat.
You just see Volgir with some pass, and he's rubbing his head.
I think this is worse than getting
he's got a headache.
No alcohol.
Look, I've been in fights before. Never was alcohol taken off the table.
Yes, but how many times have you gone unconscious before?
There've been a few.
Well, I wasn't there before. No alcohol, eat your damn food.
Your mind flashes back to the first fight.
And Volgir will go back to the bar.
I was thinking of fights prior to the campaign, but sure. Also getting knocked out at a bar that he didn't even take a part in the fight.
Volgir's going to go back to the bar with the whiskey in hand it to the bartender, look at the bartender, whisper below his breath, put that in the coffee and give it back to him.
Nod. Take a sip below the bar. Mix the coffee.
With Astra and
Alice's shared perception.
yeah,
Would either of them pick up on it?
Both of you see him pouring the whiskey in the coffee and then giving it back to Volgir.
Atlas watches and waits to see if Volgir brings that back again.
I'll come over to the table and I'll just stand there staring because I feel like is just staring at him.
Astra is staring at the mug, prepared to do something.
Eat
Olgir, not
your
to alarm
food.
you, but I believe the 2 females are aware that you have poisoned the coffee.
I'm just gonna think back. I'm aware of this.
Absolute
well.
idiots.
Can I get a water or something if I'm not allowed?
I'm just gonna
drink?
set it down in front of him and go. Every man needs a drink.
Thank you, Volgear.
Especially
Drink that
when
and die.
Astra accidentally knocks it over.
No, he picks it up.
Yeah, he picks it up and Atlas goes, drink that and die.
As in, if I drink it, I will die, or if I drink it, you're going to kill me.
Volgir's gonna take a seat at a table over and just watch it all unfold because it's quite funny. He's using it as a relief
It's just
from
a
all the
coffee.
thinking he's having to do.
Smell it.
Can I do a perception check?
Cyrus. Cyrus,
11.
it's just the coffee.
Oh my god.
Even your
It's a
pasta.
drink.
Slap it out of his hand.
He has like a nice, delicious whiskey coffee, and then slap, it moves all over the table.
Next time it'll be your face.
Cyrus will get up, walk to the bar, and be like, "Can I get a jug of water and a glass, please?"
Of course. Would you like stew, spark?
With a shot of whiskey in it.
Okay, no worries. Cyrus waits 5 minutes for his jug of tap water. While the bartender sends actual paying customers, and then when he finally gets a spare moment, he gives them his jug of tap water.
I feel like Astra and Atlas are both like giving the barman daggers or just staring him down.
Cyrus feels too
Atlas can't
old.
really give daggers because she can't really change her expression.
They're more 2 dinner plates.
Permanently giving daggers.
Cyrus feels 4 holes burrowing into the back
I
of
mean,
his
like,
head.
her lenses are kind of creepy. It's just red lenses that you can't see through. Like, you can imagine daggers in them.
He'll take the jug of water and the glass back to the table, pour the water in front of them so they can see that it's water, and then take a drink of the water.
How many times can you say water?
Water.
More. Are you happy? No, I am drinking water.
I mean, I'm not overly happy with you, you know, being mugged in an alleyway, but
Yeah, I'm not too pleased about that either.
Day.
I'm glad you guys are okay.
Speaking of which, how did that actually happen?
So they
Well,
were
here
stood.
from the
They
table
were,
behind you.
they were stood outside, and we walked up, and they were like, "Oh, you're not from around here, are you?" And I was like, "Clearly not."
Yeah, we're
Um,
clearly not elves, so...
And then they were like, I think they were going to ask us for money, but before they could, we,
Well, 2 of them appeared
many of
behind
them?
us
How many were
and
there?
said there were 6.
6.
So you thought it would be good idea to be smart for the smart asses to the 6 men in front of
To
you.
be
that
fair,
were dead probably.
I didn't realize there was 2 behind us, and I've been itching for a fight. We've been sat here playing politics.
You want to fight? I'll give you a
I
fight.
I take it back. I take it back. Atlas, have at 'em.
Atlas will lean over and slap both of you.
Maybe
Roll
Fiona
an
on
attack!
strikes.
It does 0 damage because she has a -1 to
Maybe
strength.
Fiona on strikes, even hit.
Oh wait. There we go.
A 9 and a 13 misses
No.
both. He swings at you.
Listen, you're talking to 2 people who have spent all of their life fighting.
And still
We're not
couldn't-
going to think about these things.
Yeah, but you still couldn't. You spent your entire life fighting, and yet you
Spent your
couldn't
entire
understand
life
the simple
fighting.
logic.
You misjudged
16
yourself, got
to-
yourself in a stupid fight, and nearly died in an alleyway.
Pretty
We
much.
wouldn't have known.
So basically what you're telling me is that so far you've got pie on dumb luck.
Pretty much.
Sounds about right. I think I'll be holding on to these spare weapons until
Look,
tomorrow. I'm
You-
going to
idiot
go to bed.
numero uno grew up on a pirate ship surrounded by criminals and idiots and seamen and didn't have anyone who gave a shit about you. And you grew up in the army where you were just fodder to be thrown at the next demon and no one gave a shit about you. Once people give a shit about you, you have to start giving a shit about yourselves.
Like Ash just turns
I
and
knew
blinks
you
at them with
cared.
big sad eyes.
Don't look at me like that.
Be more
It's just,
careful.
it's just a new concept to us. We're still figuring it out.
Even the most experienced warrior can find himself outmatched at times.
It knows
Bad
when
luck
they're
and poor
outmatched.
choices. We will learn from it.
Okay, I'm thinking. Oh, we got uneven numbers. Never mind. I was going to say we need 3 people at all times, but if we split the party, that's not going to happen.
I'm going
you
to
could take
bed.
a Dragon with you.
I'm going to bed before I kill something.
Or have an aneurysm.
Pretty much.
I'm going to eat my pie.
I'm going to
With
save these
my
until I go
water.
to bed so I don't drink alcohol.
Thank you, Astra. You make me sad sometimes, but you're the easiest one to be around.
Hey!
You scare me.
Cyrus is
I
gonna
could
look
tell
away.
you things that have happened to me.
Cyrus is
That
gonna
would
lean over to Barros and
get
be
you to-
like, I bet we could wait Astra out. She comes across as a person that has a bedtime, and if she goes past it, she'll need to sleep. So if we just wait, we could get a nightcap.
Yes, but I don't want Atlas waking up in the middle of the night knowing that we've drunk, coming down and beating us up even more. I've had enough mace swings at my ass for one night.
She doesn't have a mace.
She'd find one just to spite us.
Atlas walking
Somehow.
into the Undercity, finding the thugs and being like, may I borrow your mace?
The exact one that's knocked both of you out. Even got the
You
two
may not
lines
want to
on it.
lend it to me, but what if I told you that it was going to beat up those annoying guys you beat up earlier?
Here, have
But
it.
I still want to finish the job, even if Atlas is not, completely on board.
She may still want to get revenge for you.
Plus, we've got Princess on our side. How can she say no? I want to see her bend one of those fugs like the pole.
And not straighten him out.
Right, we better go to bed. Still got the wounds to lick.
Mm-hmm. Cyrus is going to finish his pie.
Finish it.
Oh, under the watchful eye of Astra.
Yeah, Jason will give him the sad puppy eyes.
It's like the slow stab of the fork, the slow eat, slow stab of fork, slow eat.
Like, Asher had a very boring childhood. Staring competitions were her thing, so she's just like sitting there watching you.
Meanwhile, Volga's just walked up the stairs and like shaking his head. Just like, this is too much.
Good night, Volgir. Hope you have sweet dreams.
I feel like Cyrus
I
is
know
there
I
like
have much
Astra
sweeter
has a
dreams than you
bedtime
do.
and it's like Astra grew up in religion. She's learned to sleep with her eyes open so she can get a nap in morning service.
Why are you enforcing Atlas's no drinking rule?
Because I care about you and I don't want you going into shock.
I'm not gonna go into shock if I have one drink.
And I'm
Yes,
not
I
taking
fell-
that risk.
Yes, I fell unconscious. Yes, I got the crap kicked out of me. It happened a lot of times in the army. You heal for a bit, you drink for a bit, you have a nice long sleep, you're fine.
Well, how about you kick the hell out of those people, and then you have a bigger drink tomorrow instead.
I do like the sound of that.
And if you don't drink it all tonight, you'll be more prepared for a bigger fight.
Yeah, but that's if Mother Atlas lets us go and fight them. I don't think she will. She seems quite off the idea.
Or she might be on the idea of going into Mother Owl Bear mode and just fighting them all for you.
Mother Owl Bear or Mother Owl Bear, because both are quite terrifying concepts.
Either or. Like the
Yeah, to be fair, it's probably just emotions. I'm sure after some sleep, she'll want to go beat up the people that harmed her little boys.
You do realize that she threatened to kill me last night in my sleep.
That's a daily occurrence at this point.
She threatened everybody. Like, who hasn't she threatened yet?
All gear.
Because he scares her.
Maybe it's the lizard.
Just wait till he tells her that he has a talking sword.
That honestly might just like push her over and she's like, you know what? It's too much now. You've become silly.
Fine. And he will scoff the rest of his pie, push the plate aside, and start making his way to bed.
She still waits. She waits for a good 30 minutes.
He steps up and motions for her to lead the way. When she doesn't move, he's like, oh, for fuck's sake. And then he starts walking up the stairs to the bedrooms.
I think because she grew up in the temple, she knows all the ways of sticking out. She's like, nah, not happening.
She knows all the tricks.
Opens the door, enters the shared room with Atlas.
He's not getting out now.
She sat upright, but she sleeps upright and she's got her mask on, so there's really no way of telling.
Cyrus will step quietly towards her and just wave in front of her face.
Hello?
I'm going to bed.
I feel like Volgir just walked back out to go get another drink because he's that thought, and he's just walking down the stairs and just sees Astra staring at the stairs.
It's okay, it's just she goes back to bed.
Cyrus lays down.
That was creepy, but okay then.
Nah, I figured they'd come back down eventually.
Well, do you want some company?
No, I'm getting sleepy. I do have a bedtime.
I knew it.
She does, but she's stubborn.
You have to wait it out.
Astra will sit here until dawn rather than prove Cyrus right.
I imagine there's every 15 minutes Cyrus goes to get up, he's like...
Meanwhile, Pips is guarding the door. It's like, nah.
When does Atlas sleep?
Atlas does not sleep. That you can tell.
So for the first hour, every 15 minutes or so, he's going to try and get up out of the bed
Every
quietly.
every time he checks to see if she's awake, she's like, are you going to do this all night, or
No.
do you want me
Maybe.
to tie you to the bed so you can get some sleep, or?
Kinky. But no. Fine, I'll sleep. And he will roll away, facing the wall, and actually go to sleep.
After a little while, Atlas will get up, kind of stare down at him to confirm he's asleep. Would be an absolutely horrifying thing to wake up to. Just plague mask. You're an idiot. Caring about idiots is a bad idea. She'll go back to her bed. And sleep.
Unless anyone would like to do anything, you all rest, I believe. I hope.
Yes.
Yeah.
Then all rest you do indeed.
Oh, blessed long rest.
God, that's 21 hit points. Do not carry me far.
Not
Yeah,
when you get
27
fucking-
is so small.
That was me with the
27 is
other
so
group
small.
last week where I got knocked down 3 separate times. When we finally got a long rest, it was like, my hit points! My spell slots!
Look, you guys fucking rolled a nat 1 for the encounter of the table. I will make no apologies.
And then went, yeah, we can take 6
we're not,
guys.
No, like, not 1. Fair enough. It just, Jesus, Cyrus actually nearly died.
It was just really funny because at the start of this you were like, yeah, I really like Cyrus. I've worked so hard on his backstory, and it's like, bye, buddy.
Yeah. Thank you, D&D gods, that Cyrus doesn't believe in.
Even the fucking Tinkerbell tried to fucking patch you up, you know. Failed. But anyway, you all awake the following day. And I suppose the question is...
Alice undoes the 30 traps she put on the door in case Cyrus got...
She misses one, Cyrus steps down the clamp. Ah, fuck!
It's like a full-on bear trap. It's like, where have you been carrying that?
What do you want to do now? Or do you want a real life go to sleep? You know, it's also a valid option.
Yeah, what's everybody like for time?
I'm good tomorrow. My only fucking other day off this week, so...
That's it. I can go for a little bit longer.
I'm happy enough to soldier on a wee bit longer.
Push through them.
We can do.
Yeah. Not
Alright.
too long, but a
You
bit
wake
extra.
a new day.
Down to breakfast. After retrieving my leg from the bear clamp.
Also down to breakfast.
I will
I'll
assume
join.
you'll trundle down for breakfast at some point at least.
Mm.
So, at what point did you sleep?
Huh?
At what point did you sleep?
I didn't keep track of the time.
You
Slept
learning for
earlier
next
if you hadn't
time
been so
there.
stubborn.
Shut up, Vulgar, you don't know!
It's fine. That's the point. Do you sleep? Just a random comment in the middle of the table, just like, looking down at his belt.
You would hear in your head, I no longer require it in this form.
Does who
Are you-
sleep?
Are you talking to your belt?
I'm talking to my dragon. He feels like he could
That's
try
an
and get away with it because it was in
interesting question.
Draconic.
She like turns to Admiral and asks in Draconic, do dragons sleep?
A dragon will say, I do indeed sleep. I sleep every evening from the hours of darkness to lightness.
That seemed like a long answer. I'm taking it he sleeps.
He sleeps.
Yes.
Um,
He's not very good with a guard, Drake.
I have impeccable hearing while I am asleep, I shall have you know. I keep my ear holes open to hear anything going on around us, and if I do hear something, I will yell loudly. I will say things like, intruder, alert, panic, all loudly for you to hear, if
But
required.
may I suggest if that actually does happen, you just jump on me.
I would rather jump on the enemy while yelling, we are under attack.
You can do that, as long as you can guarantee I'm going to wake up.
It's such a shame you guys don't speak Draconic, because honestly, this guy's hilarious.
I would always ensure you would awake. I can speak at volumes unbeknownst to dwarf kind.
Can you give me the down, like the basic of what he's saying? Because he's murmuring
He wants to
quietly,
definitely-
and then he barks, and then he goes quiet again, and then he barks again, and then he goes
He's
quiet. and then
talking
he
about how
barks
he's a good guard, Drake, because he has very good hearing.
Ah.
He keeps his ear holes open all night.
I didn't know that dragons could close their ear holes.
Me either.
Whenever we go underwater, we have to seal them.
Good to know.
Before you ask, no, I cannot seal my ear holes.
God damn it.
I wasn't thinking it. Cyrus
You
was
guys
kind of like
always seem to
looking at the bar.
You guys always seem to have weird questions about owl anatomy.
You
Mm.
swim then. Do you swim?
I can swim. Not
Just
super
keep your head up.
well, but enough to not drown.
Hmm.
Can you plug your ear holes when you swim?
Does not. It kind of does its own thing.
You know, pressures in your body and water and scientific things my mother likes, but I don't understand.
Yeah, Edgar tried to teach me that sort of stuff, but it just wasn't for me.
She's got a head for science and maths, and it's very impressive. She keeps the books like you wouldn't believe, but oh, every single lesson she tried to teach me.
And I feel that I wanted to get outside rather than study.
Yeah. I think she was pretty mad that neither me or either of my brothers were particularly bright. My eldest brother is probably the smartest of the three of us, but even he's more. Yeah.
You seem a bit less murderous this morning.
Yeah.
Is that
Good
from
sleep.
a good couple hours, Kip?
Good food. Nobody's died in the past 12 hours.
But
Well,
that raises the question as to what are we going to do now?
We didn't find much at the library. A ship went missing, but it was halfway across the galaxy, and can't find anything to link it to her. We couldn't find anything on creatures that could make her see visions or astral elves.
Hmm.
There was a line out the building, 3-hour wait for people signing paperwork to get out of here.
So a lot of people are not in favor of Ascension.
Yeah.
Atlas, your passive perception recognize the gait and footfall of someone pushing open the door.
In a good or bad way?
Are you right now? Probably in a good way.
I will turn.
You see your brother has just entered the tavern.
Shit.
Kaya.
Shit. Shit.
And you
What?
see he
What is it?
beelines for the bar. He has seen notice you, goes straight to the bar, and you hear him at the bar lean over like,
Shit, 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 shit.
"Hello, yes, no, I'm looking for someone who looks."
Attempt to stealth.
Make a stealth check. They don't look like me.
Drops her fork like ducks under the table.
They're like me, but they have a mask and lenses.
Terrible.
And they.
I'm just gonna
She-
to the bar person.
She will grab onto whoever is
Over his
next to her and be
shoulder.
like, cover for me.
Make me a persuasion check, Volgear, with disadvantage. You're not speaking, you're just doing.
But can I not get a normal one because he likes me?
Can I wild shape
Like,
into
give
a
him good
squirrel?
tips.
You can wild shape into a scroll. It's more just to see if he can. I'm gonna give him advantage on the insight, but like it's
Right.
just
What am I
because
doing
you're
with
not.
concept?
You're like someone walked in. You just started doing this of like.
Performance.
It's more like I'm gonna throw this guy out. Like it's not maybe
Atlas drops her
What?
fork, goes down for it, yells like, grabs her next to her, is like, cover for me, and then just turns into a squirrel. And
What's
then
the
scurries up
check?
onto Astra's shoulder.
For you, it is going to be a persuasion check at disadvantage. I've rolled for the barkeep. They rolled an 18 and 17 for their insight.
Oh, God.
So as long as you can beat, as long as you rolled like decent, they'll be good.
No.
Oh fuck! That is not what you needed. If
You see a giant ass owl at the bar.
if you got a nat 2, you would have been fine. That is the only check you needed to fail. Yeah, because it was an 18. Yeah, 18 and 17, unfortunately, they rolled. So I was going for a 20 DC, and you guys meet in the middle. But then that one will unfortunately mean that the barkeep gets confused and goes like, "Sorry, what do you mean?" And as he turns that, Micaiah spins around, and you see him tilt his head, and he begins walking towards the four of you.
Cyrus is gonna slowly drag Atlas's plate in front of him to make it look like he's just eating 2 plates for himself.
You see, there is a fairly tall, compared to Atlas, a good head taller. Shoulders quite, the shoulders quite, like, broad, as he approaches, and he's got this beautiful black plumage that almost, like, catches the light and shines. But what is probably the most jarring thing about his entire persona is not his dark, pitch black eyes or his dark grey beak. It's the fact that the feathers around his face, where all the other feathers in his body are almost this like dark hue and dark colors, at his face, it looks like the feathers form the shape of a skull.
That makes sense.
He approaches like a humanoid skull, not a bird skull. Like you see the plumage, the dark,
the
big,
stamp.
hollow eyes, the sharp, like chin. Yeah, like there, like a cartoon skull, big circle, square underneath, dark eyes. You know, that kind of vibe.
Cyrus is connecting the dots.
He's like,
Her face is different.
He approaches your table, puts both hands on it. He's got these long fingers that turn to sharp points like talons, like Atlas does. And he goes, "Where is she? Where is my little sister?"
I don't know who you're speaking about.
Perception
Not
check,
from
please.
here. Odd to see an owl in here.
9.
Oh no.
Astra, you can hear like squeak noises in your ear, and like you do not speak whatever she's speaking, but you can recognize the tone of her prayer.
He looks at Beros intensely and like looks at Cyrus and goes, "Oh, you've never seen an owlin before? Find that hard to
Not
believe.
here.
One-horned tiefling. Definitely fit a description I've heard."
It's actually quite a common birth defect, you know.
Is it, Cyrus?
No.
Perception check.
Alice is so her heart is so full watching everyone lie for her, and her heart is so broken watching everyone fail miserably.
Good night. I'm gonna get up and go. It's nice to meet you, whoever the fuck you are. I need to go back to my room, and I'm gonna make it look like I'm trying to hide something in my jacket walking away.
Okay, that is going to be a performance check, please.
Come on,
Put on a
Volker.
coup.
Let me take the disadvantage off because I haven't taken it very long. Oh, you bastard.
Oh!
I've never looked straighter in my life.
You guys are not doing this well.
I-
Come on.
Stand up, moves away, and goes, "I know that nothing. Look, I've lived my whole life with people thinking they can just pull the wool over my eyes. You're the one I'm looking for."
Okay. She ran out the door whenever you were talking to him.
Deception check at disadvantage.
Because he doesn't trust
Everyone
any
at
of
this
you.
table is full of shit.
The funniest thing about this though is that
maybe Beros.
he doesn't have a reason to suspect the squirrel because she could not wild shape when she left home.
Yeah.
13.
Oh no, it's disadvantage.
15.
Oh!
13.
Oh!
So he, for his wisdom, flat 10. So he gets a 0 for this.
Oh,
You're kidding me!
brotherly instinct coming in.
What
The
have you
dice
all
really
done
made this
to my
pull.
sister? I will string you all by your innards. Where is she?
Cyrus is going to stand up with so much force that the table moves.
Yep. Like the scrape of the.
Can I do an intimidation check using my athletics?
Sure, I'm gonna say disadvantage because you can tell that this Micaiah is getting a really fucking like he's getting you an area where he's like almost beyond himself.
At this point, I think Volga is going to turn around at the squeaking. Halfway up.
Come on!
You still don't look that scared. You don't look that good with all those scars there.
You stand up.
Cyrus.
He steps back as the table slides back, like avoiding his hip. He flaps his wings once, jumps up on it, and then he goes like, "Tell me where she is now."
What's your intention?
I want to make sure she's safe.
I will drop the wild shape.
On top of
I will
that,
jump off you and drop the wild shape.
Yep.
You don't need to get dramatic about it.
We tried, Atlas.
You are all awful at lying. Jesus Christ.
Do it, okay?
Oh God! If I had known you were gonna be like that, I would have just killed you all. Honestly, that was painful. That was awful.
Oh, thank you, Tron, you're alive.
Ran, I thought you'd be thanking Saparna.
Fuck Sapana. I was gonna headbutt this fucking asshole. He points at Cyrus. I've never even headbutted someone before, but I was gonna do it.
We're sorry.
Why did you leave? Why did you leave? Why?
Important thing first. Does Dad know?
Yes, of course, Dad.
Why would you tell him?
Because I needed to get another ship to come after you.
You could have just bought one.
What money?
I don't know. Oh God.
Children.
She stole all my money.
In my
Yes,
defense,
we've-
I needed at least half of it to pay the prostitute.
We've been told the story. Please get off the table and let's dial everything down a notch.
Do you want to
Maybe
drink
retire to somewhere more private.
Does Kayla know? Does everyone know?
Yes, of course. Everyone knows you went missing.
Okay,
Why
up into
would
the
you-
room. Up into the room, and Sarah's gonna start ushering people out
Yeah,
of
I
the
think
house,
Volga's gonna
including
help
the
push you
owl,
both
helping
down.
him off
Yeah.
the table, pushing him.
He's very easy manipulated. Like he's like so relieved. He's like broken. Like all of his spirits are broken, and he's like he just goes with you. Like you usher always like yeah okay it's probably a good idea. Like to get off the table. Like he's so easily manipulated now. Now like the tension has broken. He's like
Aster will probably go up to the bar. Like, what's the strongest? Well, not strongest, medium strong drink you have?
Get something weak. He hasn't got the guts.
like a
okay.
liqueur maybe.
Get something strong and something weak.
I think everyone else needs it, not you two.
I've got like 4 tiers. I've got like ale and wine. I've got like liqueurs. I've got like base spirits, and I've got like absinthe shit. So like, what are you?
Give us a bottle of liqueur and a bottle of whiskey.
Sure. Any flavor liqueur?
Surprise us. But it's morning coffee.
Atlas, a nice liqueur.
I don't fucking. I've got bigger problems right now,
What's
Cyrus.
his favorite
morning, no
flavor?
coffee.
Coffee liqueur, please.
Alrighty. And they give you a dark black liquid in a bottle. They give you a pale bronze liquid in a bottle, a clear glass bottle. They charge you for it on your tab if you don't have the money to pay for it immediately. For 2 bottles of premium spirit, 2,000 shits.
Nearly paid, but Jimmy down to 0.
I mean, you're the one who wanted the premium stuff. I didn't. I don't. think
I
anybody
didn't ask
needs
for
to drink.
premium. I just wanted something strong.
If you want strong and cheap, yeah, I can do that for like 1,000 shits. Produces a whiskey which is much paler in color, and the liqueur you get is not coffee liqueur. It's a violet liqueur, which doesn't sell well. It looks like.
Cyrus is just gonna like pat Volgair on the shoulder and then fix the table, like put it back in its original position.
Meanwhile, I'm just pushing 2 birds up the stairs. I'll shove them in my room, but I will stop them both at the door and point at both of them. I don't give a shit what's going on in your family, but if one of you touch anything in my room,
We can just go
Where
into
are
my
both of you?
room. It's fine.
That's
Oh,
also
God.
my room.
Well, you can come. It's fine.
I think we all need to for buffering.
Look, how could you get me in this situation?
Get you in what situation?
You told Mom and Dad that I ran away. Why would you do that?
I didn't tell you right away. I told you were missing. And they blame me, and I had to find you. Okay? Yes, I told them you were missing because you were missing, Atlas.
I know I was missing, but I trusted you to have at least a brain cell in your head to not tell them.
Well, what?
You know what happened last time something happened when I went alone with a brother somewhere dangerous?
Why do you think I told them the second something went wrong and didn't just try to fix it myself?
Because a missing report went out for me not 5 minutes after I was gone.
Because I was worried.
Oh,
I thought more eyes looking for you is better than two, right?
oh my God.
More is more than two, right? Yeah, it is. More is more than two.
This is why I'm kind of glad I don't have siblings.
I must admit,
Why are you here?
It's nice to have family that cares.
Because we're supposed to go to Omphalos together.
I know, but I just...
Why are you here? Why are you in this city?
First of all, how did you find me in this city?
Left quite a footprint back in Orlando Manarif.
Yeah.
So I just followed the trail.
Impressive though, right?
No!
No?
A third of the city's falling from the sky.
Yeah, instead of all of the city.
Well, what did you do?
I stopped the terrorists.
I thought you fucking dropped the other island. Well, I didn't really have much time to ask. I more got your description where you were going and I went.
Looking at Theros, Cyrus is gonna go, is Atlas the disaster child of her family?
I mean, that does make quite a lot of sense.
Really?
kind of
It had to
worrying
take
that she's-
meeting my brother to learn that I'm the disaster child? You couldn't just tell that from an aura around me?
I
I
mean,
mean, to
you
be
kind
fair,
of-
we are the
you're-
disaster children
Jesus
of this
yeah,
group.
She'll
you're
go to
kind of
take
a-
off her mask and then like look at her brother and be like, and then like put it back on again.
Okay,
She's
look,
kind
but
of the most functional of all of us.
the good news is I found you. You're safe. We can go to the Omphalos. I've already secured our charter for the further journey. I was able to delay, so those are all still valid. We can just go and just do what we were meant to do and go home. We don't need to be here doing whatever we're doing. This is added like a 30-day delay to our trip.
I can't.
You can't what?
I can't go. Yet.
You can't go where?
To the Omphalos with you.
Why?
Because there's things happening here and there's people here who need help and these idiots almost got themselves killed yesterday when I left them alone for like an hour, so if I leave
To be
forever,
fair,
they'll definitely die.
Asher points to like the two idiots. Like,
Yeah, I'm about to say, yeah, and Volgis steps well out of the
Oh,
direction at that point.
this is Baros, also known as Idiot Number 1. You've met Cyrus, that's Idiot Number 2. This is Volgir, he scares me. And this is Astra, she's very nice and very pretty.
Hi, I'm Micaiah. I'm Atlas's brother. But these people...
Middle brother.
That's irrelevant. I'm still your brother.
Yeah, but you're not like, the scariest one. Like, if I had to fight either brother in a fight, I'd try to fight you.
What I just don't understand is... we left home to go to the Omphalos to try to fix our home planet.
I know.
That's what you weren't even supposed to be there. You pushed for that.
I pushed to go alone.
Yes, but
I'm pushed.
and look where you've gone alone. Not to the Omphalos. Not where you said you would go.
Yeah, but if I had had a trip straight there, I would have gone just fine. And I got pretty far on my own. And I told you I needed to do this alone. And I thought I would be okay with you coming with me, and I thought I could deal with it, but I couldn't, the voice in my head, I knew it had to be me, and I couldn't explain it, and then I saw you flirting with that girl, and it all just, the plan just like made itself in like 5 seconds, and I just did it. I didn't think, I just did it, and then I tried to get onto the ship to the Omphalos, but they wouldn't let me on because you had all the documents. So then I saw Klitz, and I got a trip with him, but he could only get me as far as here, so I thought I would just get another ship, but it turns out ships are really expensive, so then I got a room, I was just gonna think for a couple days and work out how to make some cash, or...
Atlas, you don't know anything about this place or beyond our home because we've not left it before. I was with Dad years ago. I was literally half your age.
I know, but I've done okay so far.
She's pretty ass, actually.
But saved my ass a few times.
And mine.
I saved a city.
Your ass multiple times.
I'm doing okay.
But you're not doing what you said you were gonna do.
I am. I'm just taking the scenic route.
And what about everyone back home?
They've lived on a polluted hell planet this long. I'm sure they'll manage for a little bit longer. As far as I can tell, the croak is not going to fall out of the sky anytime soon. Except maybe a few buildings on the edge, but we don't live in those ones, so that'll be fine. You and Kalis will keep doing your rounds of the vineyards and see how it's going, and you will send me the research. And you will give Dad many drugs to deal with his anxiety about me being off planet. And I don't know what you'll do about Mother. Just don't let her near a Tev, because she'll come get me.
Atlas, for all I know, they're already coming.
Oh my god, they might already be coming. Oh my god, no.
They
don't know you're here, right?
Of course they do. I've been keeping
You're such a
constant
snitch!
contact with my
You're
family.
such a snitch!
Like we all should. To let her know that I'm alive, well, not fucking dead in a ditch somewhere.
Oh, shut up, you stupid do-gooder.
I'm just saying, you could have.
Yes, you're perfect,
me.
okay? You're perfect and you've never done anything wrong. Is that what you want to hear? I don't know what you want me to say. I made a bad call, but I am fixing it. And I don't need you to swoop in and fix it for me.
Then come home.
I'm not coming home. I'm going to save this place from an archmage who's turned into a... wouldn't get it.
I wouldn't get what, Atlas?
I mean, like, most of the stuff that's happened to me, because I'm barely getting it. But I just... I need to do this.
Need to do what?
I don't
what
know.
are you doing?
I don't know.
Because all I've seen since I've got to Kenor is a sky city with an island hanging at a thread, and they said that you're partially responsible for it, and there's some kind of terrorist attack going on. And they said you were going here, so I came.
Guys,
here.
help me out. Please. He's not going to listen to me. Just...
What am I missing?
Her plan might have been rash, but does have some merit to it.
She's wanting to make a difference and not just to your planet.
But also if Atlas serves others, it'll mean that her opinion and wants will carry more weight if she has done services to the amalgamate.
They'll listen
Maybe
to
that
her
will
more.
sway their opinion on what to do with your planet. And though she may have she's made some poor choices in how she got here, she has aided us in battle, she has saved us from grave injury, and she has already proven that she is capable of great things. She got a medal from the leader of Unarath. She made it here. She has made companions that are willing to fight and die for her.
And also
we will
lie.
keep her safe.
Terribly.
Lie poorly, but still try.
Cyrus, make me a persuasion check with advantage, please, because Astra was helping.
He's not very good at persuasion, but here we go. Oh.
Honestly, these dice rolls, like, just throw your whole fucking computer out.
He's a -1, so that's the deck stacked against me in this.
Akaya, please.
You're just a child.
I'm not a child. I'm 23. I'm an adult. When you were my age, you were already doing flight training and making deals and...
But I'm healthy. I'm sorry, I didn't mean that. I didn't mean that. I didn't mean that.
Fine.
You know what I mean, though.
I know what you mean, but I'm fine.
Are you?
Despite her situation, she's still capable.
I'm fine. I've even taken off the masks a few times.
You
and I've
did
been
on what? Are you trying to kill yourself?
She had a bubble of air.
A
to help.
what?
A bubble. They made like a mage bubble so she could breathe without the mask.
Except in the whorehouse, like that one was kind of
You
a rash
went
decision.
where? Oh, someone's gonna kill me.
Not if you don't say anything.
Atlas, you already said something. Just stop talking so much.
Do you think you could willingly take her back without her picking up a fight or her tying you to another place?
But I found you now, so now we can work on fixing this and making it right. We're not gonna go until whatever's done here is done. And we've got at least a little bit of time till Mum and Dad get here, so let's just do it before they get here. Otherwise, we're both dead.
Wait, you're gonna like help us with this the whole time?
I now thinking about it, I don't know what other choice I have.
This is embarrassing.
Can you fight?
No.
I
No,
can
please.
fight.
Can
You
You
use
can
magic?
fight?
Yeah. I
Yeah, you can fight a deer when you do the vineyard run, but beyond that, he's all talk.
Magic?
He's charming and stupid, and he sells
Can
wine.
you do the same death ray?
I mean, apart from selling wine, he sounds not too similar from myself.
He's nothing like yourself. Although I've never seen him quite this, anxious or distraught. He's normally pretty, self-confident about the whole situation.
Well, your sister disappearing for an undisclosed amount of time.
Not that long.
months. Actual months.
It
Not
tends to put a stress
That
on
many months.
Over 2 months. of
Exactly,
no-
that's barely plural.
Yeah, that's long enough to put in a fucking dead person report.
No, it's not.
Probably is.
It's
I haven't had to do one yet because I was looking for you, but I'm pretty sure if I went to them and said, oh, she's been gone for 2 months, they'd say you were dead.
So how long do we have before
Mum and Dad arrive.
Oh god. Well, if we go by the normal parental methods, they won't bring themselves straight away. They'll send the eldest brother first, Kalis, who...
No.
No?
No, Kalis is watching home. Mom and Dad are on the way.
Oh, I fucked up.
We thought you
Oh,
were
I
dead.
fucked up.
So what's
Together?
the time when the
Together,
parents...
yeah.
What about their no traveling off planet together rule?
I
They
think,
just did Mhm.
I think the circumstances kind of wavered that.
Oh, I fucked up.
Yes,
I
you
never
did.
thought you were dead.
Why do you think I'm so stressed?
Okay, new plan. I wild shape
I'll
into
show,
a
like,
cat
one
and I
drink
get a
until I
good
can
old
walk
lady
out.
to adopt me.
He just takes it like. This is
It's
horrendous.
all-
Alright.
Is it beer? I hate beer.
Did you give him the whiskey or the liqueur?
I just poured some. I'm not sure what I poured.
Ugh.
Is that the
Really
ale from
burns.
last night?
Stop drinking it. That might be whiskey.
Ah,
Cyrus will take the glass and take a sip of it.
it's whiskey.
Oh no!
That was the lice
Give
charm,
that
wasn't
back,
it?
you goody two shoes. Don't get him drunk, he'll start crying.
He's already
What's the
crying.
bag?
Right, so we have an undisclosed time till your parents arrive, in which,
When did you
all
tell
hell
them?
breaks loose.
When you went missing, I looked for you all through the city. Then I contacted the guards. And then we went another 24 hours. And then after the third day, I contacted them. And they told me to find you and that they were following me. So I left where I was going at the spaceport for them to pick up the message. Someone saw you getting on the ship with the kobold, so we found their charter list and where they were going, and I followed that.
Okay,
I got to
so
Nareth after the lockdown was lifted, and you were obviously the talk of the town. So I got on an airship and I followed you here. I could.
okay, so
I only just arrived today.
okay, so you found me very quickly today. Wow, we are not doing good at keeping that notoriety score down.
He should
Well,
help
to
us
be
do
fair,
research.
I came into the closest tavern to the airship dock, and you were here, so I got very lucky.
Oh, I should have thought of that. Okay, so it's what, like a 3-day journey from the Croak to the Song, and then they'll have to get a ship, but Father's probably pulled in connections to charter one, so they'll be straight here. That's at least a couple months, but they're 3 days behind you, and they're going to know to come exactly here, so we have what, like 4 days before I die?
They have to. They have to
That's
first.
if he is still here.
They have to first go to, where was it you hid from me?
I didn't hide from you anywhere.
Whatever planet you ditched me on. What? I can't even remember where that was anymore. I've just got planets in my head racing around.
Okay, that still doesn't give us much more time.
Well, yeah, but they've got to go there, and they're going to tell them, because that's where I left the message. I've not been in contact with them since.
So they don't know you found me.
No, I've just found you. I'm going to go tell them.
No! Just,
What do you mean, no?
just don't tell them.
Why? Everyone is worried, Atlas.
Well, then
Everyone.
tell them.
Even Aunt Simeon. And Aunt Simeon's basically dead.
Well, that's not very fair.
The woman's 35.
I feel like Asha side glances at Cyrus, just like, are you really dead?
I'm now very. Volgi is now very confused at owl ages because you are not an adult if you're 23, but you are old if you are 35.
Owlin age very quick, and we age very slow and then very quick, and it's a whole thing. Anyway,
No, I am not nearly dead. Thank you.
you were yesterday.
Dead by natural causes.
Not so natural when you get 6 studs beating you up.
Exactly. So, by
Speaking
natural
of-
causes, I am not nearly dead.
Just don't tell them you found me, and you could keep looking.
Keep looking. Whenever
Or say
they
find her
find
somewhere
me,
else.
I'm dead, Atlas.
You could do
Oh,
what
okay,
Kalis
yeah.
did and nearly die. That seemed to smooth things over.
But I have found you.
And I push you off this sky city, and you'll be good.
I have wings?
Oh, trust me, they will shoot you down. I threw a bedroll out of there, and it was like confetti.
Yeah, I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say killing your brother or nearly killing your brother is not a viable option here.
Eros
I
already offered to
agree
kill
with
him
the-
earlier.
The horny
Yeah, that-
one. The horned one.
Cyrus.
Yeah, him. Cyrus, sorry. No one else really... She said a lot of names, but didn't really point to anyone.
Astra.
That's too close to my sister's name. Can I call you something else?
No, just learn her name.
But I might call her Atlas sometimes by mistake.
Everyone does, don't worry about it.
That's fine.
So you
Call
got
her cleric if that
Volgir. He's a dwarf.
Yeah.
He has a dragon, that's Adragon.
Just gonna shove a dragon. That's it.
And then you've got Astra. She's an Asimar.
This is Pip.
That's Pip. He's a squirrel. He
That's
doesn't
what she
have
hid as a
rabies,
squirrel.
surprisingly. And that is what squirrels look like on her planet. I know it's really hairy and weird.
That's a rat.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Why is its tail
After
so
like
bushy?
hold Pip up to him.
Apparently that's what squirrels look like where she's from.
Really?
Yeah, I know. No glowing eyes or
Only
anything.
rats have tails that bushy.
Yeah, I know. I don't know.
It's not normal.
Wait,
Yeah.
your rats have bushy tails?
Yeah, but it's bushy with like tentacles rather than like fluff.
Not
It's-
tentacles. They're more like barbs,
Yeah, that's a good one.
but they're like hair.
Yeah.
No disrespect,
Like,
but your
soft.
planet is still slightly horrifying.
It's messed up.
That's Barros. He's a satyr.
Okay.
I'm also debating whether or not I kill you. I did promise that.
He
Atlas
also
would never
stole
go
a
back
bunch of
to-
wine from us when he was younger.
Oh, I did. It was very good wine.
And that's Cyrus. He looks like a tiefling, but he's not. He's actually an Aasimar too.
Okay.
We're not related.
They're not related. I mean, you don't even look alike. I think that's
Different islands.
I would never assume someone of the same race was related. That's really a horrible racist thing to do.
It happens.
Okay.
I think she owes us a few for the questions we've asked her. Owlin aren't very common where we're from.
Right. Okay.
how you doing, bud?
It's a lot to take in.
Do you want another drink?
No, don't get him another drink.
Unless it's coffee.
Coffee.
We could get you tea, maybe.
I don't
Do
think
they
he
do
needs
tea?
anything to make him more agitated. Maybe tea.
Water.
Milk? More milk?
Milk's not really a thing on our planet. That'll just freak him out more.
It's a lot of decisions.
How about you just sit down and chill for a minute?
Hey, but you get what I was talking about with the skull thing now.
Yeah, totally get that.
He's a great example, isn't he? Like my
yeah,
dad's
like
the same.
as
It's
soon
really...
as I saw his face,
Yeah.
I knew what you meant by "you're different." Like,
Yeah.
it's like
Atlas, I think I've forgotten how to breathe. Atlas, how do I breathe?
You're not asking the best person, are you,
How do I
buddy?
breathe?
I'm just
Air
going to slap
in.
him on his back.
air out.
Okay, but not.
Yeah, I think you just winded him.
He's hysterical. Someone slap him.
No, I remember.
Someone throw a cup of water in his
No,
face.
I remember.
I've got some whiskey.
Throw the whiskey in his face.
Oh, my eyes.
Cyrus is just going to like lay him down, just take 5.
I sure like hold his hands like, for 4,
I could ask
Hold for 7.
African to give him a bit of a
out
shot
for 8.
with some lightning breath.
I don't think we want to torture him anymore. I think he's going to implode if you do that.
Okay.
But while he's having a
That, or
freak
he's
out,
going to be sick on your. Oh, it's our floor, isn't it?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And
we're
heal
not-
for 4.
We're not in Vulgar's room.
Mm-mm.
Hold your
You
breath for
walked in,
7.
you were starting to get
So,
electrocuted.
while my
you just
brother
went, "Nope,
hyperventilates,
that's-
anything you guys need to know urgently about this?
I think we've got the story straight.
Mhm.
So what do you want to do?
The main question is, what exactly is going to happen when Mommy and Daddy arrive?
Like, if
We're all gonna
Atlas
die.
is in Fendico,
Oddly enough,
Oh, you're gonna kill us.
Okay.
I've
Okay,
never
you
ran
keep
away
saying-
before.
Can I point something out?
Um,
Saying
Oh, we're gonna
everybody's-
die.
You keep saying everybody's gonna die, you keep saying they're gonna kill us, but you also threaten to kill people and then don't kill them. Is it that kind of scenario, or are they literally going to kill everyone on site and then just take you home?
If my father gets to choose, then you will all be in jail for a very long time, and I will be going home. If
What,
my
Jack?
mother catches you first, you will all be taking a short trip off the Sky City, and then I will be going home.
Can I point 2 things out here? If this city does indeed appear wherever it's going to, the trail will go cold because they won't be able to follow somewhere if they can't get to the city in the first place.
They will be able to map it like we did.
And if this idiot managed to track me this far, then they'll be able to track me wherever I go.
So basically, you've given us all a possible death sentence just by knowing you.
In my defense, I did warn you something was after me. And you were all, we'll deal with it, so there you go.
That was
didn't
before
say
I
it
got
was
my
your
ass
parents.
handed to me by 6 thugs.
Well, good news, I do not have 6 parents. That I know of. Just the 2, and they're both pretty old, so we don't need to worry about that so much.
Are they like you? Can they use magic?
My mother can't.
What you're saying, your dad is going to blink us out of existence.
He can't
if
do
it's-
anything like that.
If it's nepotism, we might be in trouble.
It'll...
Because you're a pretty powerful caster.
He's different to me. Well, he's the same, but he's different. He doesn't... Oh, God.
Why don't we just wait
I can
here?
turn into a bear like Dad now. Well, not a bear. I can turn into a squirrel, but...
And a weird wolf.
A regular.
But I suppose it's a normal wolf for you, but it's a weird wolf for everybody.
See, I'm doing well. I'm getting stronger, and I've not had any bouts of infection while I've been out here, and...
Atlas, that's... Okay, but that's not really the... You know?
Not the
like-
point.
We could just wait here and they'll find us. And we can go home.
I don't want to go home. Not yet.
And we can go to the Umphalos together whenever Mum and Dad get here. You won't have to run and you can say whatever you need to say.
And then what? I go back home? I sit in my room and you guys bring me studies to write down? Forever? Until the
It's
gnomes
fixed,
come
yeah.
up with a way to save a planet?
Yeah, then we'll make it fixed. That was the whole reason why we left.
Yeah, fixed for you, not for me.
Fixed for you as well.
You know it's going to take a long time to fix a planet. I'm not going to last that long. We both know it, especially not there. Maybe before I went down to the surface, but ever since then... Even Kayla's got messed, like... You know that I am not going to see that planet fixed. You know that. We all know that. We're all pretending we don't know that.
We don't know that. No one gave you a day. No one said that that's when you're done.
No.
They said that was when you were done, and that was when you were 2 years younger, and you've disproved that. So maybe you'll just keep disproving that.
Yeah, while Dr. Hack keeps cutting bits out of me and putting new artificial bits in until I'm just a robot.
But you'd be
And
alive.
then you'll be happy.
You. Right?
I think, from what I understand,
I can't do this anymore, Micaiah.
Atlas's problem isn't she doesn't want to live. It's she doesn't want to just survive. Coming out here, doing these amazing things, even if they are dangerous, gives her a chance to really experience life. Things that she can't experience sitting at home, writing books. Real life experience.
I want to
Not
be
just-
able.
Able to do what?
No, I want to be able. I want to be the ancestor who goes out.
Oh.
That's what started all of this. I want to be that. I want to be able to start something. I'm sick of sitting on a legacy that's dying. There's less bottles of wine in that store every single year. We've got how many bottles of celestial wine left before it's gone? And that's all the money. We've squandered most of it already, and let's face it, we've squandered most of it on trying to keep me alive.
You're not Not even done the. Oh.
I know, but first of all, I still think I would have been fine. I mean, that doesn't matter out here. All these guys are adventuring and none of them can fly. Trust me, I have seen many of them fall.
Fly a little.
You can fly a little, but not like we can. You're not a bird. Just, I need you to... No, I need you to believe in me. I need you to pretend that you just met me and you don't know that I'm sick or how many times I've nearly died or anything about us. I need you to pretend that you just met me and you can see that I am capable and I am doing things and I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. I don't even know what I'm telling myself. I'm just doing things.
Oh, Atlas, I'm not good at lying.
You're great at lying. You sell people such shitty wine all the time.
No, the wine's really good, though.
Not all of it.
Dad says it's really good.
Dad's good at lying.
Well, I've never tasted it, so how would I know if it's good or not? So I just say what I've been told. But I know you're here, and I know you're in danger, and
Okay, new plan. When Mom and Dad come, we kill them.
No. Bad idea.
Okay.
Very, very, very bad idea.
But you're not giving me very good ideas. What
Mom
do
and
you...
Dad have both completed a pilgrimage of passage.
I know.
As have I.
I know.
You shouldn't even be off-world.
I know. I would have completed it by now if they had let me. I'm years overdue.
Might have killed you.
Most things might have killed me.
That's why you're supposed to stay with me. I was supposed to keep you safe.
Yeah, great job you
And
did.
I had to report back to them every other day.
Exactly. I can't live like that. Do you not understand this? I've had 2 months of not having to report to anyone about anything. And please, briefly, but mostly no one about anything. I've just got to exist and sometimes people are a little rude about the mask and the breathing and a lot of weird questions about cloacas, but beyond that, everyone's
About
treated me
what?
pretty normal.
Atlas, this is why I should have been with you. You're too young. You don't understand.
Isn't she your elder?
No,
No. she's
older brother.
My youngest sister. My only sister, really.
Oh, you said little brother, I thought.
And he's little compared to other brother.
Ah,
Said
Right.
middle.
Yeah.
I mean, she's old enough to experience what
Don't
cloac-
Don't stop
Ow.
stop talking. You're gonna give him an
It's funny.
aneurysm.
mouth over Barros's. Hand over Barros's mouth.
Drag him out the room.
No, wait, I have a
Atlas,
good
make me a
point.
persuasion check, please.
If I fail this, we have to kill him.
She's really good at what she does.
Nope. 4.
This has just not been the night to convince this kid.
No.
I can't let you go. I've only just found you.
Then you have to stick with me for a little bit. We're going to fight a crime syndicate today. You in?
Yes, I knew she would come around. I need to go get those short swords back. They were expensive.
I've had that axe for years.
Speaking of which,
I guess
Volger,
so.
give us a fucking dagger. I need something to stab with.
I'll take the longsword.
Oh god, oh god, oh god. What have you done?
Hey, look, just promise me you're gonna stay in the. You're gonna stay away from danger. You don't want to get yourself hurt, right?
You heard
heard
that I
the
just said
syndicate part,
crime
right?
syndicate, right?
Yeah.
Do you think this
Sure,
is
it's
one
like-
of those non-dangerous crime syndicates?
I don't know, but I think this is the emergency that Dad was talking about. Takes his backpack off his shoulder. Out from his pack. Something that looks alien to most of you.
Does it look alien to me?
Oh, you know what it is. You see what looks like the lower jawbone of a humanoid creature, and affixed to it are two pipes that run either side around to what effectively functions as a very small backpack, which is flush. It's almost like a rectangle with a small
Oh no no no
opening
no
on
no
the
no no.
bottom. And you see there are two hollow slides on either side, and he holds it out to you.
No 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 no
The fuck is going on?
That said,
no.
there was an emergency that he wanted to make sure you would get home, okay? This would do that.
That is expensive and old and probably some kind of sacred relic at this point.
I don't even know if it works.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I don't... if I touch it, it's gonna break. I'm gonna break it. Oh, God. Dad gave you that? For me?
Yeah. They were really worried about you.
Oh, I'm so dead. Okay. I'll take it from him.
You take it.
Oh, God.
You can note down that you have a star mark.
I know.
That is your family's star mark.
Cool. 1,000-year-old heirloom. That's what I need rattling around my
Don't get
backpack.
robbed.
Oh. Oh, Micaiah, we are in such shit.
Yeah. Tell me about it. Atlas, make me a wisdom saving throw, please. Disadvantage.
Shit. Why?
Because you touched the star mark, bitch. Get you a tasty little breadcrumb.
Wisdom disadvantage?
Wisdom disadvantage.
Rolls, can you please do something good now?
Oh,
The second one would have been good enough.
Well,
Atlas,
do I die?
no.
get
Take it in your
teleported home.
hand. And you hear what can only be described like the loudest tinnitus you've ever heard in your life. Your ears are filled with a screech beyond recognition that goes beyond decibels, beyond anything. Your ears feel like they're about to fucking pop. And then you hear and hear a voice.
Am I possessed? Does my weapon also talk?
You hear, broken and disjointed. You hear, you, the one, the one, try to reach out, Atlas. Listen. Find the place where it grows. Where it grows. Find it. And then washes out your ears again. And you probably like fall to your knee a little bit as you just get like your mind overloaded, whatever that was.
Didn't think to warn me things like that happen when you touch it?
Like what happened?
The screaming?
The what? It didn't scream at me. Dad screamed at me.
You guys didn't hear the screaming.
No one else did.
You guys didn't hear the scream.
Nope.
Are you
screams.
alright?
Cyrus, cover your ears. I think a god just spoke to me.
And that's where we're going to stop for today. Thank you for joining us, everyone. Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.